saying to me makes me nervous. Oh, what? Oh, you're making me. Oh, you're making me. Hey, you're making me nervous, nervous. What? Oh, you're making me. Oh, you're making me. Hey, you're making me nervous. Slow down for a sec. I need to get out of my head. My face is turning all kinds of red. Oh, it's like you stole my breath, but I can't forget. Ooh, you know you're making me nervous. No, digging deep, you scratch through my surface. Hey, oh, you know you're making me. You know you're making me, but I ain't so chained to see you with it. No, I'm feeling out of my league. I'm opening a lot of tears. No, what you say to me makes me nervous. I'm out of my league. So what of it, please? What you saying to me makes me nervous. No, oh, you're making me. Oh, you're making me. You're making me. Oh, you know you're making me. What? Oh, you're making me. Oh, you're making me. Hey, you're making me nervous.
Gaming Morning Show.
Things put on pancakes and rhyming bear intros. Austin confused about whose sister married the bros. In the UK, dooley-doo tugs on our heartstrings. Gaming Morning Show is one of our favorite things.
It's Paul.
It's Paul.
Ah, who are we kidding?
Pumpkin spice and fall. Paul.
We all know our favorite thing is the season of Paul. Pumpkin spice latte time! Besides the tasty drinks, the weather is cooler.
We get the most time where it's cooled off, but it's not always rainy. Sometimes it's rainy for part of the day, but then it dries up and it's just a nice, cool, cloudy day. I like that.
There's football on.
Man, did we have a great football weekend. Both of our teams performed to the tippy top of their tippiest top of performance, and boy, football is fun.
That's gotta be enough for all of the hosts of Gaming Morning Show, right? Right?
Okay, so when Club Penguin changed, they changed everything. They got more mainstream, and I wrote them an email. I was like, it would be really nice if you guys could go back to the way things were, because the original Penguins, we really miss it. I speak on behalf of all of the OG Penguins, and we all are really upset. Right, you've changed, man.
You're the Lorax for Club Penguin.
I was. I speak for the Penguins.
Well, penguin begins with a P. So, happy Paul, everyone, from all of us at GMS. Broadcasting live from Redner's Rescued Cat Figurine Museum in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin.
When Sean Redner told his wife, Hillary, that he wanted to turn their Wisconsin home into a museum of cat figurines, she had a predictable response. We're gonna do what?
We'll do that some other time, huh? Okay then. Broadcasting live from the same places they've been since 2020. It's time for Gaming Morning Show.
Morning, gamer. Welcome in. It's Gaming Morning Show. Thank you for being here wherever you may be. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. It is the 15th of March, 2023. Happy weekend of the week edition. It is Wednesday. Hope you're excited to get to the other side of the week, because if you're not, woof, we got some bad news. It's coming or not. You want to try to prevent it. We can't do anything about that. It's literally going to happen.
It's true.
Yeah.
True.
Am I saying falsities?
No.
Okay. Uh-oh. Is falsities Socrates' other brother?
Spoiler tease!
No,
You know,
Falsities
Socrates'
is where-
brother. Kind of a jerk.
It's where the characters from Fall Guys live.
In
Falsities.
falsities.
Yeah.
That's really good. If that's the way that we're punning right off the bat today, this is going to be probably the best Gaming Morning Show ever. No, full stop. I don't know how it's going to... gonna not be. I mean, you just said falsities. Come on now.
Well, you said falsities.
True.
I defined falsities.
You just made it better. You
With
should
our
be super proud.
powers
of yourself.
combined.
Are we the Captain Planet of puns?
Yeah. I think we've known that though.
Captain Pundit. No, I don't think I want to be associated with a pundit.
He's into politics.
Oh my gosh, yeah, this is going to be nuts, the way that we're going to go today. I do want to send out a personal apology on behalf of all of us at GMS to IMGF Downs, who was in the chat this morning, ready to go right off the bat. Had the chair out
First,
had the ropes roped off to make sure that everything worked out in Downs' favor, and then we struggled to find a topic of the day, and it took us a little bit longer to get on the air than is usually the case, and Downs got a little scared, and I feel bad for that. So Downs, who set alarms this morning, showed us on Twitter, which you can follow us at WatchGMS on Twitter, showed us that he was not going to be denied again today for being unavailable to watch and listen to the show. And Downs made it. We were late. So, Downs, you get an apology straight from Fulfillment. I didn't know until this moment in time that Fulfillment has anything to do with the day of the day and the topic of the day, but they do now, damn it. So,
Yep.
To you, Fulfillment. Silly gooses.
Ruining everything.
Just ruining everything. It is going to be a good show, though. Again, promise, not lying. Very excited about all of the things that are going to happen this morning. So thank you for being with us wherever you may be. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Like I said, I am Hefty Goof. That is sports.gaming left side of your screen. In about 10 minutes from now, we're going to get you the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News. These are the video game headlines that you need to know. So we have that coming up in just a bit. We'll also tell you about a story of a Japanese company that grows the world's heaviest radish. Yeah. There may be no other morning radio show that talks about this this morning. It's about the world's heaviest radish, which, by the way, I think radishes are one of those things that I've thought for the longest time that I really don't like. And at the end of the day, they're pretty fine. I mean, they're nothing spectacular. They're just kind of spicy and unspicy at the same time. They're something.
They're bland spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They add a good crunch.
Yeah.
I think that's their only purpose in life, is to add a good crunch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They basically help video games get out when they need to get out in the worst way. They crunch.
They crunch. Say no to crunch.
Yeah.
But yes to radishes.
Next hour, we'll tell you about hippos that surround a lion stranded on a rock in a river. That is coming up in the 7 o'clock hour. It is Ides of March today, Brutus Day, Buzzards Day. What I have looked at 13 times this morning and still swear says drumstick, but it's Dumbstruck Day. I have looked at that, Sean, and I'm like, oh, it's Drumstick Day. That's cool. Ice cream, chicken. It's Dumbstruck Day.
Well, that's understandable that you would think that, and that it's wrong that you think that.
And end up being
it's also-
dumbstruck.
Because it's also everything you think is wrong day.
Oh, that's true. That is another day of the day today. International Day Against Police Brutality, International Day of Action Against Canadian Seal Slaughter, and International Day to Combat Islamophobia. All three of those are very serious, but also lengthy names to share with you today, including International Day of Action Against Canadian Seal Slaughter.
Yeah, all of them are very serious. One of them is very specific.
Yes. Yes. So, those are all of the days of the day. We didn't really find any of the days of the day to elaborate on in the silliest of manner. Like we said, a lot of those topics are certainly serious and worthwhile and worth looking into, too, and how you can contribute to them. But none of them really yielded a, hey, do you like coconut? So we went with one from this day in gaming history. We're asking you, chat, today in 1997, there's this arcade that opened up, which I actually visited in Phoenix when it had expanded down there. But this one was originally in Seattle. It's called GameWorks, and we'll tell you more about it. But it was just this wonderfully big and awesome arcade. So we're asking, what is your favorite arcade memory? Because GameWorks, was just over 25 years old at this point. Yeah. And so are arcades. I mean, I don't know if arcades still in malls.
Somewhere. Arcades surely still exist in some mall.
I hope. It's interesting. There's a scene from one of The Last of Us where they visit an arcade, and that was partially put in there because either Neil Druckmann, who made the original game, or the writer from HBO who did Chernobyl and obviously The Last of Us, Chris, can't remember his last name, and I don't know if his name is Chris either. Craig, Charlie, Christopher Cross Craig. He talked about having fond memories of the arcade. So it probably was Neil Druckmann, because this scene was also in the game. So anyway, they had the scene, and it was very that way, where it was like, oh, I remember the arcade. The arcade was awesome. So
Yeah, I have lots of good arcade experiences. Especially, I think, where I went to arcades the most when I was young. When I lived in California, all of the movie theaters that I went to with my middle school, elementary school best friend, all the theaters had really large arcades. And we would always go to the movies, and we'd get dropped off early because we would want to go play in the arcades. And then after the movie, we'd stay late so we could play in the arcades. And then when I moved up here, the summer before I started high school, I remember the first time I went to the movie theater, and I was like, oh, we should go early, and I'll go play in the arcade. And we got there, and there were like 2 games. And I was like, oh,
so
it's not a thing here, I guess.
So when you were describing this, I'm sitting here thinking of our current, theaters. Like, yeah, I guess those arcades are pretty big. That's not what you're talking about at all. You're talking about other places.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there were like 3 different movie theaters that we went to all the time in California, at least that I have memories of going there with my friend. And each of them had, I think the smallest one had 8 games.
Oh, wow.
And it was fun.
You're like, yeah, this move's going to be tough, but I'm going to meet new friends. I'll just keep going to the movie theater arcade where clearly all the people go. Whoops.
Nope.
Good morning and nice chat to so many of you in the chat, by the way. Drew Mega is here.
Nice chat.
Groggy or Die, it's Copia all here as well. Thank you for being along for the ride. What are your favorite arcade memories? That's a bummer that happened to you.
Yeah, so I had to find other arcade alternatives.
Alternatives.
Arcades.
So there's only so many times you could play Time Crisis 3.
Yeah.
See, for the longest time, I was like, oh, this is only a game that exists outside of the arcade. It never exists in the arcade. Because I always associated Time Crisis with the movie theater. Yeah, arcade is being too generous to that term. To the video games on the side.
Yeah, it was disappointing. But I've had other good arcade experiences here, just not at the movies.
Nice. Yeah, I was really wondering. I was like, oh yeah, you must have spent so much more time playing the video games by the movie theater, because I never go, and that makes way more sense. Why? So, Down to genuinely thought the time was wrong, but everything's good now. We'll give you a time check for those watching over on the other side of the Atlantic coming up in just a bit. Dumbstruck, by the way, Down says is from ACTC. I'm dumbstruck. Listen, my biggest association with AC/DC is getting ready for high school football games, because that is apparently what everyone listens to before high school football games. And I did not like Thunderstruck that much, but every single game, we'd get in the locker room about to head out to the field, and Dad'd start playing. I mean, it's not a bad song. It's just that's not one of my favorites, and it would play before every single game.
Yeah, I can see how that would get old pretty fast.
That's probably the best description. It wasn't that I didn't like it; it just got old.
Yeah.
But
do you think the people that make all the Marvel movies who are at your football games. And that's why they're obsessed with it too.
Maybe all Marvel creators, or at least soundtrack deciders, high school football players.
I want that to be a credited role. Soundtrack decider.
What do you do? Oh, I work in the movies. Oh, so you're like a director, huh?
No, I'm more in charge of like music, but not like a composer though. I mean, I'm just like a soundtrack decider.
Gotcha. Oh, so you must have like a super fancy title, deciding on soundtracks. What's your title
Yeah,
exactly?
it's a pretty good title. It's called a soundtrack decider.
Oh, so your title is literally what you're doing.
Well, yeah, isn't it yours?
Yes, of course. I'm definitely hosting man.
You're not topic of the day decider?
No, that's fulfilled. As we learned this morning already. Do you like fingernails in fruit form? I mean, coconut, says Matt Groggy still is on a dislike campaign against coconut. Maybe as to how hot fudge murdered my family, coconut got to Groggy's.
Hot coconut.
Ooh, that ultimate pairing that we didn't know we needed. Groggy does say that we have a arcade in our hometown mall, but what's that arcade like at this point? Like, that's a big question, because back when I was a kid, which, this is definitely going to be like a glory days, memory part, or whatever you call it. It's
Right. Reminiscing.
yeah, I guess. I mean, it's almost
Back
like
in
one of those,
my
like,
day.
back in my days. An arcade.
Crotchety old man moment.
Yeah. You kids don't know what an arcade was. Back in my day, they basically were an entire mall by themselves. And when you walked in, you were handed a beverage and the gold bar. Yeah, that's what it was
Hey,
like.
kid, here's your whiskey.
That's why my voice sounds like this. Because I had the whiskey starting when I was 5. Playing Mortal Kombat because it was E, rated for everyone. Yeah, didn't scar me at all. Watching that spine get ripped out of that man. You don't know what it's like until you've seen something like that. Yeah, it was very much a back in my day type thing. Yeah, how many games? I mean, like, Aladdin's Castle back in the rural Montana Mall. I mean, it had like 27 games. I mean, I can't imagine what it was like in, real cities.
Right.
Yeah. Question day was yesterday. No more questions. Second warning. Copia's really sending out warnings all over the place over the last couple days. Copia, it's okay. You can still ask some questions if you want to, but keep them in check. We trust you.
You have the sword.
Yeah. Great Twitch mod. Copia. It's good to see you back-to-back days, too. There's a lot of memories, in fact, you've already shared with us. We're going to get to those after the news, so sit tight. Drew Mega shared a memory. Copia has one as well. Even Groggy or Die shared an arcade experience, although it's a recent one, which we'll talk about. And then Thunder. Na, na, na. I can't even do it right. Na, 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 na. I'll work on it during the break. I'll have to listen to Thunderstruck. Apparently, I only remember that one part. No. Let's get the news. Here's hashtag Video Game Expert Shop.
Good morning. It is Wednesday, March 15th, 2023, and this is your gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News. We have a follow-up to something we talked before about, as everything has culminated into this decision, and that's the fact that Epic Games has been ordered to pay $245 million in refunds to Fortnite players tricked into unwanted charges. This is from Wesley LeBlanc of Game Informer. This is something that's been ordered by the Federal Trade Commission after its investigation into Fortnite's pricing practices, their revenue collection processes.
They
had a confusing button configuration.
Their money incentives. I liked yours better.
Yeah, they had an in-game button configuration that was designed essentially to trick players into making unwanted purchases, and made it way too easy for minors without parental supervision to make purchases. FTC in their press release states Fortnite's counterintuitive, inconsistent, and confusing button configuration led players to incur unwanted charges based on the press of a single button. The company also made it easy for children to make purchases while playing Fortnite without requiring any parental consent. The order prohibits Epic from charging consumers through the use of dark patterns or from otherwise charging consumers without obtaining their affirmative consent. Additionally, the order bars Epic from blocking consumers from accessing their accounts for disputing unauthorized charges, which was another thing that wasn't talked about as much. There were charges that were made, and then people would dispute it via their credit card companies, so Fortnite would just lock their accounts.
That's never good.
That's bad showing there. So the $245 million that the FTC has ordered in refunds is going to be available for any of those affected, as per the following. Parents whose children made unauthorized credit card purchases in Epic Games stores between January 2017 and November 2018. Fortnite players who were charged in-game currency, V-Bucks, for unwanted in-game items, such as cosmetics, llamas, or battle passes between January 2017 and September 2022, or any Fortnite players whose accounts were locked between January 2017 and September 2022 after disputing unauthorized charges with their credit card.
Okay. I mean, it sounds like there was enough evidence. You know, they've clearly made a ruling, and there's clearly a penalty for it. So at least in the eyes of the law, there seems to be enough evidence that it wasn't an accident. Was it like, oh, we put these buttons where we put them to, you know, guarantee that we make extra money? But yeah. I think if you ever purchased a bad like skin though in Epic, and you're like, oh, I don't like that one, you know, maybe you can see if they'll give you a refund.
Yep.
I hit the wrong button.
I hit the wrong button. This one looks real bad in game. And I think a lot of this snowballs from a company unwilling to make exceptions for people. You know, if you call them and you're like, hey, my kid spent $200 on V-Bucks, I wasn't okay with that. And Epic is like, oh well, not our problem. And then that snowballs into them starting to be investigated, and at some point the FTC's like, hey, don't you think you should be refunding these people? And they're like, nah, we're good. They're like, all right, start the process.
I hope that works for you. Good luck.
So instead you hit the headlines with now you're required to offer $245 million in refunds. It's not a good one.
He says all of my money charges, or all my charges are unwanted. I don't want to play anymore, or I don't play anymore. Imagine the money I would get back. So many tries.
Just blame it on your kid. In our next news story, not our last news story. Stay tuned for news story number 3. It's a good one. But news story number 2, Neil Druckmann has confirmed that it has chosen that Naughty Dog has chosen its next game, but does not confirm that it is The Last of Us 3. This is from George Yang of IGN. This was all part of an interview between Neil Druckmann and the folks over at Kinda Funny. They were discussing the season ending of The Last of Us. He was on their podcast where they spoiled all of the fun there. And Druckmann says, quote, I know the fans really want The Last of Us Part 3. I hear about it all the time. All I can say is that we're already into our next project and the decision has already been made. I can't say what it is, but that is the process we went through. There were a lot of considerations of different things, and we picked the thing we were the most excited for. He also added that at the end of every project, we purposefully explore several different projects. Some of them might be a sequel, and then a bunch of new ideas. And then we feel like, where do our passions lie? So their next game up is the upcoming The Last of Us multiplayer game. And so this is discussing what's after that game. And we still don't know. But they know, so hopefully we'll know soon.
Hopefully they know. I guess that's what the whole news story is. I think this is probably not a popular opinion, but having watched someone play The Last of Us Part 2, which actually was the first part that got me into The Last of Us, and I followed it by watching someone else play The Last of Us Part 1. I watched it in inverse order. I think it was perfect. I don't know if we really need a Part 3. The only thing I can fathom is some semblance of, prequel or side story or something like that. I mean, even like the DLC between Part 1 and Part 2, the one with Riley and Ellie, I thought that was really well done. We did really good. And I know that they'll probably do it anyway, because I'm certainly, it seems like in the minority if Neil's saying that fans want this, but they did really well. It's wrapped up.
It's true. But now they need more games so they can make more shows.
Well, yeah. And if that's what gets us more seasons of The Last of Us on TV in the quality that it was, like I said, this show had me listening to companion podcasts. That's a big deal for me. So they did really, really well.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with season 2, because part 2 had so many issues. So it'll be interesting. Neil Druckmann has said before that he has written a story outline for another The Last of Us game. So somewhere in his head, a part 3 definitely exists. It'll just be interesting to see if that is indeed their next game. They have also previously said that Naughty Dog's completely done with the Uncharted franchise, that they're moving on from that franchise. So theoretically, it is also not an Uncharted game. So is it a brand new IP, or did they lie and it's Uncharted crossed over with The Last of Us?
I was gonna say, is it The Last of Us Uncharted mashup that we didn't know? Also, Kroggy says Ryan watching anything is a big deal. That's a pretty accurate statement. But Drew Megan says, I'd love them to do a TLOU with new characters or focusing on a secondary character like Tommy. I feel like they should be done with Ellie's story. Drew Megan and I are fairly aligned on that, so I hope that might be the direction they go.
Yeah, there's a lot they can do. So we'll keep an eye out. For now, we're still looking forward to seeing more about the Last of Us multiplayer game. And some people are still itching for The Last of Us Part 1 to be re-released on the PC, which is going to happen in 13 days.
Unless it doesn't.
I am excited for that to come out because it's going to look really nice, and then we're going to get all kinds of silly mods. Because that's what we do every time we get a PC release.
Loba and The Last of Us? What are you talking about?
So that'll be fun. Copia is hoping for more Crash Bandicoot.
As we all are.
In our last news story of the day, this is about NASA and their partnership with Microsoft to bring space missions to Minecraft. This is from Anthony Wood of IGN. This is a partnership between NASA and Microsoft, which is going to allow Minecraft players, and in particular Minecraft education players, to launch their own moon rockets and explore life as an astronaut aboard an Orion spacecraft. This is all modeled around the current NASA Artemis program, which is an ambitious multi-decade mission to successfully return to the moon. And in Minecraft, there are multiple different avenues you can go down. Looks like one of the things you can do is build the rockets, learn about the science of rocketry, and the challenges involved with guiding missions and surviving in the hostile environment of space. So there's Artemis Rocket Build and Artemis Return to the Moon, both available to download for free through the Minecraft education platform. A NASA administrator, Bill Nelson, said in a press release, quote, NASA strives to reach the broadest audience and inspire the Artemis generation to prepare them for the missions of tomorrow. Through a partnership with Microsoft, this new frontier in Minecraft reflects NASA's priority of pushing the boundaries of exploration on the Moon, Mars, and beyond.
I get frustrated when it's, oh, why don't kids do things the way that I used to do them 30 years ago? I love that they're bringing something like this to where their audience is, right? Audience spends so much time in Minecraft, giving them the opportunity to explore space in this way, using something that's intuitive to children and gives them an opportunity to, like you said, make their own missions. That's really cool. I'm also very excited as copious for Look It's Miko, because Mike will be all about this, because Mike
In space. Space.
is a big deal. So,
Space.
This will be cool. This will be something worth checking out. And they've done so many cool things under the Microsoft Education banner that this just adds to that. So this will be cool to watch, especially someone who's excited about doing stuff. And always last but not release, we finish off today's Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we take a look at what is out today, like Woken, Lords of Mayhem, out on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X/S. And for the most prestigious award in video game folks morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment, today's name of the morning goes to Flooded, out on PC, which I picked because I always think that the word flooded looks a little bit like fluted. And that's a fun word too. Fluted.
my daughter plays the flute. And therefore, when she's performing in band, she's fluted. After she's, when it's wrapped up.
Yeah.
Past tense.
She has fluted.
All right, there you go. Well, that is the Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. We do it every single show in the 6 o'clock hour. We'll actually wrap things up in the 8 o'clock hour with the Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming Re-News. We're playing It Takes Two today in the final hour crew for Work Together Wednesday. So thank you so much for being a part of it. And if you missed any of it, please check it out on our Instagram. It is one of our most frequent reels, and you can give that a thumbs up if you would like to. It's up to you. That's on our Instagram at Gaming Morning Show. Thank you, Sean, for the news.
You're welcome.
We have birthdays this day in gaming history coming up. We're going to do that at around 6:50 this morning. Good morning and nice chat to Samara on YouTube. Thank you for being here as well. We're asking you about your favorite arcade memories.
Nice chat.
And what you remember about going to the arcade, maybe dropping some quarters or some tokens into the machines. Drew Mega says so many good memories at the arcade, playing games like Frogger, Spy Hunter, Donkey Kong, 1942, Karate Champ, the one with the 2 joysticks, Street Fighter, and Mortal Kombat, having quarters on controller board while waiting for your turn to play the winner. That was one of those very good, like, unwritten rules, just like, we got next on the basketball floor. You put the quarters up, and then you got to play after a long queue. All of those games I remember from the arcade, by and large, especially Spy Hunter. I don't know if I ever played Spy Hunter outside of an arcade.
Yeah. I played a Spy Hunter on a console, but no, the arcade version was way better.
Dun, 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 dun. We also had Groggy saying, my favorite arcade experience going to the arcade with Hefty and Sean and playing TMNT. That is true. In Los Angeles, we played a TMNT game.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We also have some fairly recent arcade memories of Halloween out at a barcade playing the original Ninja Turtles arcade game and X-Men.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
That's kind of the modern day version of arcades, is playing into the nostalgia of our memories. So now that we're older, barcades, I mean, the one we have in town is actually really well done. So
yeah, big fan.
My favorite arcade memory is going to the arcade on the coast about an hour from where I live, and it was huge on the upper floor. It had MTV Drumscape arcade machine. I genuinely stayed on there the entire time and played while my sister and her boyfriend went around the rest of the arcade. I was on there for about 3 hours. Wow. Also, Thunder. Na 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 na. I finally remembered what that sounded like. It took me a second, but we got there. You know where it doesn't thunder, Sean? Outside your window, where Bear and Eagle the Mathemateagle stay. They hang out, waiting for you to open up the blind all day. And when you finally do, we look, wow, the weather is so neat. And Bear and Eagle stand still, don't retreat. Crushed it. That was pretty good. That's 1,000% right there. Aw, look at Bear Bear. It's great to see Bear Bear. Doing pretty okay. Yeah. Nice. It is 6:41 on this morning radio show that plays games. It is time
You can news if you wanna.
to tell you the story that we're tracking at this hour. We promised you news of a Guinness World Record. If you're playing exclamation point bingo, get your bingo cards ready, because this one should fulfill the requirements. This story is about a heavy radish, and not just any heavy radish, but the heaviest radish of all time.
It would do some damage in Super Mario Brothers 2.
If they could get it out of the ground. It takes all four of them, like... This comes courtesy of Ben Hooper of UPI. The story reads, a Japanese company earned a Guinness World Record when its employees harvested a giant radish that weighed 101 pounds and 1.8 ounces. This company that specializes in supplements and fertilizers made from fermented plants used its technology to grow giant radishes. This is according to Guinness World Records. The record-keeping organization said the company harvested a radish in late February that weighed that amount, earning the record for heaviest radish.
In space. Space.
Company usually harvests its radishes after 3 months, but the record-breaking radish was allowed to grow for 6 months.
Wow.
You got extra cooked radish. I really was trying to get into the game. The promise. Samara, thank you for all the emojis on YouTube. Appreciate that very much. Good morning to Mel B on YouTube as well. I know that Restream chat has not been talking super well with YouTube, Facebook Gaming, and Twitch all at the same time as of late, so I will try to relay as much as I can. But we appreciate you both being here. Let us know your favorite arcade memories. Is there a moment that you remember most going to the arcade? Even watching Sean at the latest trip to the barcade play Guitar Hero was pretty fun. I actually don't remember Guitar Hero being an arcade game. And then we found the machine. It was great.
Yeah, I like a good Guitar Hero session.
Yeah. And someday we'll actually play Rock Band.
That'd be fun. I miss those days.
Or Clone Wars, or whatever the new one is called. That's the radish spirit from Spirited Away, for sure, said Crockier Time. Thunder. Is it almost kickoff of this high school football game? I swore I heard AC/DC. The Last of Us Part 3, The Wrath of Cortex. Again. Was it Cortex? Cordyceps.
Cordyceps.
Oh, but Cortex might be something different. Oh, by the way, the cover art for Flooded looks really kind of cute.
It's nice.
It's a cute apocalypse game. Cute-ocalypse.
You can't combine those words. I tried.
Yeah, I understand Downs. Mary just didn't like the direction of part 2. I liked it and understood why they went the direction. The rest of the story set up for part 2. Yeah. I love part 1 too much. Part 2 was not the story I wanted, but admittedly, it's what people like when it's made very well. Yeah, I would love part 2 to be different, but I liked part 2. That by the end of it, I liked part 2. It's so hard. I wish it was easier to talk about these things without giving it all away. But especially because Sean hasn't actually experienced all of part 2, that I have to stay incredibly general.
Well, and now you have it's spoilers for the game, but it's also possible spoilers for the future of the show.
Yeah. I certainly imagine spoilers for the show. But yeah, Crash Bandicoot. Where's our more Crash Bandicoot, right?
I mean, we got Crash 4 not that long ago.
Was that a PlayStation game or an any game?
Oh, that's a good question.
We got so much Crash
thought it was
Bandicoot, we didn't
available
know how, all the Crash Bandicoot we can handle, is what you're saying.
Yeah, because it's no longer Naughty Dog. They got rid of that a long time ago.
Wait, Crash Bandicoot was originally Naughty Dog?
Yeah.
Wow. Man, they've had a lot of good IPs.
Yeah.
Or
yeah, they've been around.
Nice shot. Or at least a lot of sticky IPs. I mean, I guess even if you are annoyed by Crash Bandicoot, like, it was... it had sticking power as a mascot for PlayStation, so...
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's also National Peanut Lovers Day and National Paris Helene Day, too, Melby is telling us. Melby always on the lookout for days of the day. Thank you, Melby. Sorry, I did not mean to knock you out of the way. I didn't realize Naughty Dog got rid of it. No wonder it sucks now, says Copia.
Yeah, that got sold off at some point.
I mean, because Crash Bandicoot doesn't have, like, the narrative-rich, no, storytelling that Uncharted or Last of Us has, right?
Right.
So it makes me wonder if Naughty Dog's like, this is still fine and all, but we're better at this stuff now.
Well, I forget exactly how the story went, but I believe it was a situation where Naughty Dog, the company, because they're a first-party company, didn't actually have the rights to Crash Bandicoot. Sony had the rights to Crash Bandicoot, and then it was something that went elsewhere at some point. Boop.
Sorry, I didn't have my blinker on. I'm gonna let that land.
I'm not.
It is 6:49 West Coast time, 9:49 out east, and I think for the first time today, we're telling you that it's 1:49 for those watching GMS in the UK. It's great to see you. Thank you for being here this morning. We truly appreciate it. On this morning radio show that plays games, a big thanks to our Patreon subscribers who are all hopefully enjoying the newest GMS emote on Twitch. It is the GMS logo, which you can get by becoming a Patreon subscriber. We include a subscription to Sports.Gaming's channel. That is Sean's channel on Twitch. And with that, you get access to the GMS emotes that we have available there. Find out more at patreon.com/gamingmorningshow. I am Hefty Goof. That is Sports.Gaming on the left side of your screen. We have next hour a list of the day and sports. Kind of excited about sports because there was a pretty cool thing that happened in hockey yesterday that Chris M.E. Pointed me to on Twitter, which I really liked. I invite you to check out Chris M.E.'s new Disneyland venture called Everyday Magic. It's on YouTube, and you can see some of the cool food that's in the park through some YouTube shorts and some of the at-length fireworks shows. Those are some of the pieces of content that Chris M.E. has put on Everyday Magic, but was looking at the Twitter feed, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. So we'll tell you that coming up in about an hour from now. Also next hour, hippos surround a lion stranded on a rock in a river. So that's coming up as well. All right, let's do birthdays this day in gaming history. We also are asking you today, as GameWorks turns just over 25 years old today, what's your favorite arcade memory? A lot of you took some time to share sentences of memories, which is awesome. I certainly would like all of you to share if you have one. And if you're playing exclamation point bingo, you can also mark that off your bingo card if it appears for you today. If you do have a birthday, you know someone's celebrating a birthday, please let us know because we would like to celebrate with you. It is the 15th of March, 2023, also known as the Ides of March, also known as the midway point of March. So basically, it is the weekend of the month. Because today, Wednesday, it's the weekend of the week because it's the midpoint of the week. So when you get to like the 15th of the month, it's the weekend of the month.
But I don't think we call Wednesday the weekend of the week because it's the midpoint. I don't remember how we got there in the first place.
So we're saying this exact same thing.
Oh.
Wink. Today, audience birthday today, we have someone who is a streamer on Twitch, someone that is pretty elite, probably the best way to describe a body paint artist, can transform themselves in some pretty amazing characters, and that is emmaisasink, who's celebrating a birthday today. To you, emmaisasink, who probably like paint herself as like a birthday cake today or something like that. It's your birthday song. It isn't very long. Doot, doot. Today, celebrity birthdays wise, is actor Judd Hirsch's 88th birthday.
Judd recently appeared in the Spielberg film, The Fabelmans.
The who's what's?
Fabelmans.
Oh, the folks who tell stories.
Yeah, The Fabelmans.
Also, just learned today that person is Judd Hirsch.
Me too.
We played the dad at Independence Day. It was awesome.
You'd given me, what is this guy's name as a multiple choice question, there's no way I would have picked Judd Hirsch.
You don't think they spend $20,000 on the toilet seat? $30,000 on the hammer, do you? One of my favorite lines from Independence Day. Because I think it's Jeff Goldblum's like, how do you pay for all of this? And that's what he's like, the government spends $20,000 on a toilet seat, dude. So good. You'd all be dead if it wasn't for my David. Such a good movie. I bet you have no clue what I'm talking about, do you?
I do.
Okay, you do. Yes.
I'm familiar with the Independence.
Yeah, I just didn't know if it was like that far down. That's awesome. Yay. I'm not speaking into the void. It's good. It's good. Gosh, I love that movie. You know what we should do? We should watch some movies together.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fun.
We'll watch Independence Day 2nd, right after the Batman.
GMS Movie Festival, where we talk about watching movies, but never actually watch them.
Get your tickets. They're on sale now for the GMS Movie Festival. We're using the slogan, biggest ripoff in history. Happy 88th, Judd Hirsch, whose name I will definitely not forget by this time next year. Nope. Yeah. Today, singer Mike Love turns 82.
Mike Love has appeared in episodes of Home Improvement and Full House.
I think one of the Beach Boys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Mike Love makes me think of Dude Love, which was a wrestler character by Mick Foley in the WWE. So when I saw that name, I was like, Mike Love, which is kind of like the Dude Love theme song, wrestling. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I watch all the wrestling.
Director David Cronenberg turns 80 today.
His son Brandon is also a director.
His son's son is a director. His son's sons is a director. Rocker Dee Snider turns 68.
Fun fact, in addition to Twisted Sister, Snider has also performed with the group Widowmaker.
Wait, are you talking about Dee Snider?
Dee Snider.
Not a Snyder, but Dee Snider?
Dee Snider.
I think Dee Snider actually was the one who scared Miss Muffet. Oh, it's so painful sometimes. Wow, today's a day for rockers. It's Bret Michaels' 60th birthday.
Brett's been a contestant on The Apprentice.
Actress Eva Longoria turns 48 today.
One of her first TV show appearances was as a flight attendant in an episode of Beverly Hills 90210.
It's a really good fun fact. Because we don't love when they give you the obvious roles, but when they give you like a random, like we can now look up Eva Longoria Beverly Hills 90210 and someone will have put that on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Singer will.i.am turns 48.
will.i.am portrayed a mutant named John Wraith in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
I haven't seen any of the Origins X-Men.
The X-Men Origins Wolverine is the Wii U of X-Men movies.
We don't talk about it.
It's
We don't talk about Wii U.
Hey, Hugh, do you feel like playing Wolverine one more time? Yeah, sure, Ryan. Such a good trailer. Also, I feel bad. will.i.am is probably incredibly talented, and every once in a while his songs will pop on, but like, man, I didn't appreciate will.i.am in his heyday as much. But then when I listen to will.i.am maybe like a second time in 3 days, I'm like, I could live without will.i.am. So, yeah, will.i.am seems incredibly talented. So I'm gonna just leave it at that because it's not fair. I'm not a judge of music. Actress Eva Amory turns 38.
She appeared as one of Lily's coworkers in a pair of How I Met Your Mother episodes.
Ooh, a double feature.
Yeah.
No drummer birthdays today. Any other birthdays catch your attention?
Actor Craig Wasson from Body Double is 69.
Oh, from Body Double?
Yep.
Nice.
Rock guitarist Ry Cooder is 76. Cooder. Cooder. Guitarist Howard Scott of War is 77. Oh. Can I read the second one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, singer keyboardist Sly Stone of Sly and the Family Stone is 80. I always liked that band name.
Yeah, it's a really good name. Really good. Today was also Ruth Bader Ginsburg's birthday. It's a good one.
And I saw Andrew Jackson down there. I was like, Andrew Jackson, but that's a different. It's a different thing. That was about Alexander Hamilton. It's not the same person. So. Oh, also today, singer Mark McGrath of Sugar Ray is 55, and bassist Mark Hoppus of Blink-182, and apparently plus 44. I didn't know about that. Is 51 today.
Nice.
Wow, DJ Joseph Hahn of Link. There are so many members of such like widely popular bands out here today. So,
That's some good ones.
all right, there you go. That's your birthdays. This day in gaming history, Sean, we turn our attention to our topic of the day, which is 1997. GameWorks debuted in Seattle, Washington. Partners of the GameWorks company are DreamWorks, Universal Studios, and Sega Enterprises of Japan. The main attraction is the vertical reality interactive game that was designed by Steven Spielberg. Up to 12 players are seated around columns of 3 video screens. As cyborgs are shot, the player is raised, with the object being to reach the top. Cost to play that game was only $4. The way that game was like being described in that copy made me think that game was going to cost $28 to play.
Yeah, but that's for $1997.
Yes.
So you're probably not far.
Yeah. I remember seeing that. That's why that arcade was so tall. It was built vertically, basically. At least the one I was at in Phoenix was. And it was really, really cool. It was also one of the first arcades I ever went to where they give you the game card that you reload, and then you go and you like touch the card to the video game instead of putting in tokens. I was like, this is so neat. I'm living in the future. Now they're all gone.
Yeah.
I assume they're all gone. I mean, I don't know, but I assume they're all gone.
Yeah. I think it's a safe assumption.
Rest in peace. Peace. GameWorks. Yeah. We'll tell you more fun facts about GameWorks coming up next hour. 2001, Sony, CEA, and Connectix and their legal fight over PlayStation 2 emulation software. By agreeing to jointly develop the software, Sony will acquire all assets of Connectix related to the virtual game station software. Did you name it Virtual Game Station? Yeah, we did. And you're emulating PlayStation? Yeah. But we're not stealing any of your stuff.
It's virtual.
Yeah.
Wait.
And Game Station is 1,000% different than PlayStation. I don't care what you say. Sony. The next year, Screen Gems releases the film Resident Evil. I almost made this topic of the day with fulfillment. The film is based on the video game of the same title, 2002. So that movie's 21 years old. And I'll reiterate, biggest complaint about it has nothing to do with the game.
Yeah.
Not nothing, but
It was fine.
although, what's the actress's name? Mila Milovich, something like that. Did really good with her role.
Mm-hmm.
Just had
There were
nothing.
parts of that movie that were good, but yeah, they could have just called it something else.
You're all gonna die in here. 2005, Electronic Arts puts out Medal of Honor Dogs of War for Xbox and PlayStation 2. The next year, in 2006, Sony announces the PlayStation 3 will not go on sale in the spring. It'll be released after November. In 2011, Konami put out Hardcore Uprising for PlayStation 3. That same year, Capcom put out Okamiden for the Nintendo DS.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Groggy reminded me. Mila Kunis stars in Resident Evil. Probably my favorite Mila Kunis role.
Mm-hmm.
Black Swan, that 70s show, and Resident Evil. Favorite arcade memory from Melby on YouTube. My arcade memory when I was younger, like probably 5 years old, there was a restaurant hotel called Red Carpet Inn. It was a hotel, and downstairs it was a restaurant, and we ate at the restaurant. Yeah. I remember we went to a pizza place that had like the thinnest, greasiest pizza, and it was one of those places where the adults like to go because they had like $2 pitchers of cheap domestic beer, and they gave all of us kids rolls of quarters and said, "We'll see you later." And I played so much, either Killer Instinct or the one with the dinosaurs. I think it was called Primal Rage or something like that. I played so much of that game there. So yeah, it's good times, good memories. All right, next hour, Sean, what do you say we give you a list of the day? We give it to the audience too. Be like,
Let's make them watch us read it.
well, yeah. Just not send out any of our audio. We'll just be sitting here talking amongst ourselves, but mute it to the audience so they have no clue what we're talking about. That'd make it fun.
Yeah, I think that's good.
And also, chat, whoever wants to fill in for K-Laugh this morning, please remind me to tell you the hockey story coming up in sports. It's all coming up next. Thank you for being here. It is March 15th, 2023. It's Gaming Morning Show. Appreciate you very much for being here. We'll come back in just a moment on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, GamingMorningShow.tv. Most people are celebrating like, woohoo! Having peanut butter today. Sean's like, eh. It's gonna be the same where it's like, ooh, we're gonna put extra ketchup on the hot dog today. Woo! Although I've heard rumors that hot dogs, putting ketchup on hot dogs is actually not necessarily like commonly acceptable. Like mustard's
Yeah, I don't
supposed to
think
go on a
it's
hot dog, right?
Yeah, I think mustard's the more traditional.
Okay. It's also National Pig Day, Self-Injury Awareness Day, but today is the day that we get a chance to talk about National Pancake Day. Today is National Pancake Day. It's finally happened.
Put it on a pancake.
Bob? Bobbert?
Is Bob with you as well?
And also with you.
A book, a story that has good messaging. And in that same book, there's a story called Too Many Daves, which cracks me up. It's like a one-page story. And it just makes me laugh so much. So, yeah, the writing of Dr. Seuss. There was a friend of mine who was like a huge Dr. Seuss fan. The places you will go, right? That kind of stuff. So, yeah. Happy birthday to Dr. Seuss. So Bob didn't lie.
I still think he messed up. We should probably still end his contract
with life. KJ says, "Save Bob from Mordor." Pickle's giving me a riot. What are you talking about? Have you never eaten a pickle before? It's not really even like a game of roulette. They're usually very firm and crispy and crunchety.
in the pickle jar.
Yes, in the pickle jar. Go to a grocery store, people.
The grocery store.
Now you're making it weird. Try to run a PG-13 show. Had one goal in life.
I don't know. This all lines up to the way I acted when I was 13, so I think we're doing a good job.
It wraps around, and I didn't realize it was that long. That you could have the whole thing, like if you print it big enough, wrap around your whole classroom.
Pie goes on forever.
I also didn't realize that. So
it's infinite.
Irrational numbers do not repeat and continue on forever and ever. So pi does not have an end.
As opposed to rational numbers who will be like, oh yeah, I should probably stop at some point.
Yeah.
Irrational numbers are like, I'm never gonna end.
it's okay.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Was that from the bookshelf to the desk?
Yeah. Was that purposeful or not?
Wow.
Okay. He's the problem with Arturo is he's not graceful.
Arturo is very irrational.
He never ends.
They're not my least favorite. Those like shortbread ones are, but we never order them. So of the cookies we actually order, they're the last ones I eat.
I ordered some toffee ones this year, and I'm kind of excited. Low-key excited about those.
Well, and then
They're
people
pretty good.
put the Thin Mint ones in the freezer, and then
My wife, that's where our Thin Mints are, and I put the tag-alongs in the fridge just to keep them from melting-ish. I don't like them melted.
Keep them from melting-ish. Not full on,
Wait.
not melted.
Yep.
Ish.
You have to understand too that
Ish.
the O family keeps their house at a smelting 88 degrees.
If it was up to my wife and children, it would be at a smelting 88 degrees. Luckily, I control the HVAC with my phone.
Tell your friends, tell your mom, Gaming Morning Show is on 6 to 9
Pacific. If you wanna get specific, come Monday through Friday and sometimes after dark. A daily theme with a question mark. We got gaming news and sports and Bob. Hefty, Austin, Mike, and Sean, the heartthrob. I couldn't imagine any other place to go than to start the day with the Gaming Morning Show.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, list of the day and sports. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningShow.tv. Become a Patreon. Join our Discord. Go to GMS.watch and click on where to find GMS. It's all coming up on Gaming Morning Show. Time for hour number 2, right now.
Morning, gamer. Welcome in. Gaming Morning Show continues. Thank you for being here. It is March 15th, 2023. Hefty Goof and Sports.Gaming with you on this Wednesday. Remind you to find the new album. It's out right now. Volume 1, New Beginnings, is part of an interpretive concept called Quadrilogy. Nope, Quadrilogy. Quadrilogy. It's the intent of listeners to create their own story from the music. It's available from its copia on Bandcamp. Quadrilogy.
Quadrology.
Meteorological.
What trilogy is complete without a fourth movie?
See, I think Bob and Copia understand this a little bit better than anyone else. That's why it's called a quadrilogy.
Makes sense. Bob's been on it the whole time.
Quadrilogy. It's kind of there. It is great to see everyone. Nice chat and good morning to Element of One.
Nice chat!
Who was here at the tail end of last hour. Said, Ryan knows wrestling. It says movies with Ryan. Sign me up. Please don't sign up for that. There is no way that I can fulfill that promise. If I sell you a ticket to go watch movies with me, you immediately throw it back in my face and say, this is a fraud, sir.
Frog?
Yeah. This is not a frog. This is a reptile. By the way, want to close the loop. Melby had mentioned that story about the restaurant. There was a second line to that from friends from church, and they had a game room, and we played games in it. It was my favorite Pac-Man. Melby pointed out, you missed the second part of that story. It's like, I'm happy I did, because I read, my favorite arcade memory was this restaurant. And I was like, what? Yeah, so Pac-Man was down there for Melby, so thank you for pointing that out. That is our topic of the day. Do you have a favorite arcade memory? Because today in 1997, GameWorks Video Arcade opened.
Pretty good.
Yeah, you shared a story of the massive arcades that apparently accompany movie theaters in California.
Yeah, a lot more than Time Crisis here. And then, we've had some good arcade experiences semi-recently with barcades and playing Ninja Turtles arcade game with friends and X-Men with friends. Those were pretty good. There's also a nickel arcade here in town that I went to a few times when I was in high school, where you pay like $5 to get in, but then all of the machines took nickels instead of quarters. And so
Interesting.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Does it still exist?
It did the last time I looked.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to check.
Okay. I like that a lot. I could see that being beneficial for the business and not being the worst thing in the world for y'all, right? Like,
it's a win-win.
Yeah. Okay. I remember Mortal Kombat 2 captivated me when I was in the arcade. It was Aladdin's Castle arcade, and like I would spend just. I'm not even exaggerating. I probably spent hours in the mall when we would get to go, because the mall from my hometown was 90 miles away. Like, we didn't go very frequently, but when we did, like, I'd be like, all right, I'll be in the arcade. I don't know what else you're doing here, parents, but I'm going to be here. And I would just watch people play Mortal Kombat 2. I didn't even play that much myself, just because I was so fascinated by how good the people playing were. But the other one is we collected 10,000 plus Aladdin Castle tickets. The actual tickets that came out of those machines. Me and another friend were going to save up our tickets and go buy the big thing, right, that you never could get at the arcade. Mm-hmm. Those are probably still in my bedroom in Montana. So,
yeah. The arcade does still exist.
Really?
Yeah, it opens at 1.
Field trip today?
Nah, I can't today.
Field trip tomorrow?
Maybe.
All right. Cool. So, GMS IRL stream for the first time in history? Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? Good morning and nice chat to, hey, it's Brendan.
Nice chat.
We're asking about the arcade today. Also, how was everyone's week so far? It is the weekend of the week, so kind of a checkpoint, I suppose. Coming up later this hour, we're going to tell you about the list of the day, and that is top 10 arcade games from the 90s. Some call it the heyday of the arcade. Probably is close, right? And that's why Wreck-It Ralph was so much fun to watch, because it did kind of throw you back to when the arcade was a big deal. But that one was a standalone arcade. It wasn't in the mall. I can't remember what the name of the owner was. Guy with Mustache Arcade. That's probably what it was called.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Old Guy with Mustache Arcade. But that was what it was like. People gathered at that place.
Mm-hmm.
And then GameWorks showed up, made it corporate, and ruined everything. That's not GameWorks' fault. No. Yeah! Get wrecked, blue team.
Did we win?
Yeah.
Or did we lose? We're on the blue team.
Oh, get wrecked, us.
We lost.
Just gonna ready up.
Why are
Wow.
you trying to put us into a game that was about to end?
Do we actually take the loss for that?
I don't.
Is
I
that
don't
on my
know.
permanent record?
That was weird.
Excuse me, Rocket League. I have a flawless record in this game. And now we're in the loading screen. Okay.
I scored.
I thought we were jumping into another game. I was like, son of a...
There we go.
I also like that loading screen, though, because it reminds me a lot of The Matrix.
Yeah.
I know Kung Fu.
Limbo.
Brendan should have tried harder. Sorry, Brendan. We tried our best. Unfortunately, Sean didn't have millisecond response time to try to score us a goal in that game. Oh, we're back on the orange team, too. The loser team of all of them. Yeah, arcades were fun. I actually am happy that you keep bringing up, recent arcade memories, because that is something that I tend to forget as I think of just the arcade as my childhood, and you're clearly pointing out that that's not the case.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had some good arcade time. And probably will have more.
Especially now that we know the nickel arcade is there.
Yeah, we're going to go try that out for sure.
Whoops.
I did pull up their weekly specials. Their admissions on Wednesdays is cheaper.
Oh, I couldn't. I
I'm
couldn't.
just never available on Wednesdays.
I want to know if this is going to go in if I don't hit it. I'm guessing it still does.
Yeah, it would have gone in.
Man, I want someone to give me Splash. The sad part is the moment I get Splash, it's gonna be like the last day I play Rocket League. I'm gonna get it after I'm I think I'm done playing this game. And then someone's gonna send it to me. I'm like, man, where was that years ago? Back when Rocket League was in the arcades.
Rocket League's gonna turn off their servers and in that last week, they'd be like, and as a gift to everyone before we turn off the servers forever, everyone gets splashed.
That one's not bad. I don't mind that goal celebration either. Lasers. Yeah, I'm curious which Mortal Kombat game will be on this list. I'm sure Street Fighter's on there as well. But of course, here I am thinking of, fighting games because I remember playing those the most. I'm sure like maybe Area 51 is on there. That was a fun arcade game. That was the arcade game that was always like, in my itty bitty small hometown, we had like a local gas station, and it had like 5 games in the back, and one of them was Area 51. And so played that game a lot. Had 2 pistols, and you just spend the whole time fighting or shooting unlimited enemies, basically. And I have frequently seen it like in other random like gas stations or the 1 or 2 arcade games at a pizza joint, those kind of things.
It was one of the games. We went to skating parties at a skating rink when I was in middle school, and the skating rink had a pretty small arcade, probably like 5 games, but one of them was Area 51, and that was our go-to game for a break from skating.
Nice. But that's what I'm saying. It was always like the game that was over as an aside to the actual reason you were there.
Yep.
Didn't hate it though. That's a good center. My oops, ignore me. Yeah. No, happy Wednesday to everyone. Hopefully, IMJF Downs' daylight savings time woes have been resolved, setting numerous alarms to make sure that Downs showed up on time. And then we admittedly actually started, the go live button a few minutes later than our latest time typically. And the Downs was legitimately worried that we didn't actually have a show, or no, that Downs got the time wrong again.
He pulls out his abacus trying to figure out where he went wrong.
He has like a full-blown world map that's the size of a desk like they have in the pirate movies. Nice shot. Oh, I thought that was going on. I thought the time had changed again. I'm sorry to panic you. Blame fulfillment. All right, 30 seconds to go. We'll play. We'll have list of the day coming up after this game. This game would be a lot easier if people didn't get in my way. I did not get a save for that.
Well, it wasn't going in. It's just almost going in.
My whole car's body was in the goal, but yeah, not going in. I'm gonna let that hit the ground.
We gotta score 2 points right here.
My resignment? My feeling of being resigned to our fate is stronger than yours. I think you still want to score the goal so we're not shut out.
Get the shut.
I'm 102 though. I didn't get under 100 points by 2, so that counts. Thank you for being here, Hefty Goof and Sean. It's a gaming morning show, as we are Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time. We are a morning radio show that plays games. Thank you so much for being part of it. We truly do appreciate it. What are your best arcade memories? And coming up in just a little bit, we'll play one more game of Rocket League. It Takes Two coming up in the final hour crew.
Let's check the sports.gaming assists needed counter. Sean needs
68.
assists. Zesty.
Good morning and nice chat to Chat FM.
Nice chat.
But what is your resigned meant? Exactly. What is your resignment? Yes. Thank you for being here, Downs. I thought time had changed again. I wouldn't normally worry. Things happen. Just thought it was a clock issue again. No, I do genuinely I felt bad. So I will be having a very strongly worded conversation with Fulfillment. So. And I really don't like doing that because honestly, they're pretty nice folks.
Their annual review is going to be a little rough this year.
Scathing. But I will admit that sometimes Fulfillment feels like a reflection of me.
That's deep.
All right, let's get you a list of the day. We are going to go to retrododo.com.
Yep.
That's a good one. If you have ! bingo, you get credit for wacky or unique URL. Retrododo.com. I like it.
Stardew Valley's Joja Dojo, where the mascot is a dodo named Frodo. Joja Dojo's Dodo Frodo.
Otherwise known as retrododo.com. July 2022, Jason Brown put this list together. 10 best 90s arcade games of the century. Oh, I can't do that. So the arcade games were made in the 90s, right? And these are the 10 best games that were made for the arcade in the 90s, right?
Yep.
But they're also the best of the century?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, let me read that one more time. 10 best 90s arcade games of the century.
In space.
Grab a roll of coins and get ready to insert plenty of credits as we check our best 90s arcade games written by Jason Brown for retrododo.com.
0.
The Simpsons from 1991. This game was a banger. Konami just knew how to make good 4-player arcade games. And this was one that happened to be like a console when we were younger. Jeff and I would go on these Christmas party trips for the company that our parents were involved with. His parents owned it. And there would be sometimes when we were a certain age, like just nothing for us to do. We were like too young for a lot of things and we were too old for a lot of things. So we just hung out in this one like 4-cabinet arcade room, and one of them was Simpsons. And we played that a whole bunch. You had Marge with a vacuum cleaner. You had Bart with a skateboard. And yeah, it was just basically a reskinned version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or X-Men, but it had the Simpsons, and it was a beat 'em up, and it was super fun.
It's
Yes, absolutely.
9.
Number 9 is Puzzle Bobble in '94. Bubble Bobble is one of the best arcade games of all time and the best NES games of all time, with some pretty catchy music. And it had quite a few sequels, including Rainbow Islands and Parasol Stars. But this one was Puzzle Bobble. In the game, Bub and Bob operated a strange bubble firing contraption at the bottom of the screen and aimed at other bubbles that were ever descending from the top of the screen. And you wanted to match 3 or more of the same color. When you did, they popped, sometimes causing a cascade of other bubbles to pop. And then if you clear the screen in puzzle mode, you get to go to the next stage. If they get to the bottom, you die.
Bob likes it.
Game over.
I mean, should. Bob was in it, so.
Bob was part of it.
Yeah, that's why we have Bob as our big voice, because Bob had that game back in the day. Yeah.
Bob says pretty okay.
Number 8 on this list is a Sega game.
8.
That was very popular in the arcade. I actually knew it first on console. I didn't realize it was an arcade game, but this was a 3D fighter called Virtua Fighter 2, 1994. So when this game came out, it was pretty okay. It had, it was impressive for its time, writes the author, because when it arrived, it kind of kicked off the 3D fighting game subgenre, because you had Fatal Fury and Street Fighter, some other games that were 2D focused. It was very jaw-dropping for its time. Virtua Fighter 2 then arrived, and it really changed the game. It just made everything little bit bigger, used motion capture. It felt like a big visual leap over the original game. So Virtua Fighter 2, which, by the way, from this moment till the time I'm off the earth, I will still call Virtual Fighter because I thought that's what it was for so many years.
7,
So close. Number 7 is Point Blank 2 from '99. This is from Namco, whose contribution to the video game world and the arcade world can't be underestimated, or understated rather, as they're responsible for Pac-Man. But this was part of their light gun shooter line, which would eventually also include Time Crisis. But Point Blank, the first one, came in '94, and this was a sequel to that in '99. It takes a goofy, cartoony view and really ramps it up from the first one. It's an addictive, challenging, and seriously competitive game, despite its cute exterior. It has pixel art visuals that aged a lot more gracefully than its 3D games of the era. Point Blank 2, I never played this one.
I was going to ask, did you ever hear of this one before?
No, this one's new to me.
Yeah, I don't remember this game at all. Also, I thought it was Point Break 2, and I was like, they made a video game out of the Patrick Swayze movie, but...
No surfing in this one.
6,
Be Still My Heart. So this is my favorite Mortal Kombat game of all time out of the ones I wasn't great at, I guess, is a qualifier. It's really hard to describe. I was so much better at Mortal Kombat 3, and it had, or Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, and it had like the entire roster of characters, and it was still side-scrolling, so it's probably the one I have the softest spot for, but Mortal Kombat 2 was the one that like made me fall in love with it. And yeah, the original Mortal Kombat was cool and all, but this one had like a few more rosters. It just looked a lot more polished. It was, I don't know, it was great. And watching that Liu Kang fatality where he turned into the dragon and bit the person in half, like that was like, oh my gosh, what's happening? And then it had bitalities and friendships, and it just had like a little bit of the personality that I appreciate from Mortal Kombat in it. So yeah, that is certainly one of the most yes, that's the word. I was sorry, I was getting lost on my words. Games.
5,
Number 5 is Ridge Racer from '93. Was not the first 3D shaded polygon-based racing game to hit the arcade, but it was the first to feature texture-mapped polygons, which gave it an incredibly realistic look and feel. It was a fun racing game that had a really good drifting-based gameplay, which felt smooth and fast in this game. Ridge Racer also came in a full-scale version. Players got to sit in an actual full-sized car, a red Mazda MX-5, which is one of the cars you can also race in the game. And a passenger could even come along for the ride. The ignition key started the game, and the gear stick, pedals, and wheels were the actual game controls.
Wow.
This is pretty cool. You played it on a 10-foot wide screen, surround sound speakers.
I wonder if one of these still exists and is playable.
Gotta exist somewhere.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't play a lot of the racing games just because I didn't like how you had to make all the checkpoints or else you just have to put more quarters in. So I think there was a couple of them that like you could at least finish a race every single time, and I liked those, even if the race was, 3 laps or something like that.
4,
Time Crisis 2, the ultimate side of the movie theater video game. Not only another Namco game, but also another Namco light gun game that makes its best 90s game list. Arrived in 1995, immediately praised for visuals, gameplay, and that foot pedal. That foot pedal was so smart. One of the coolest aspects of Time Crisis 2, thanks to each player having their own machine, pedal, and screen, was each player was able to approach action scenes from different vantage points. So that was what was neat, is Time Crisis was fun to play with other people.
Yeah.
3,
Number 3, Crazy Taxi from '99. Before the likes of GTA 3 really defined open world, non-linear games, titles such as Sega's Crazy Taxi offered what felt like an incredible amount of freedom in picking up and dropping off passengers to a strict time limit. It also had a pretty stellar licensed punk soundtrack featuring bands such as The Offspring. Had contemporary in-game ads such as ads for KFC and Pizza Hut. And even though the open city might be a bit small by today's standards, it's full of secrets to uncover, as well as the feeling of an amazingly vibrant and alive town.
I'll be honest, I didn't know Crazy Taxi was an arcade game. I thought it came out with Dreamcast.
Yeah, I played it the most on Dreamcast, but I've seen it in the arcade.
Did you like the game?
In small doses, yeah.
Yeah. I actually enjoyed my time with Crazy Taxi too.
Yeah. It was a fun. My friend has this game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good phrase.
2,
The House of the Dead 2, I never played this. Of course, not a big fan of spooky games, but I have seen it in the arcades. This was a pretty good, unintentionally hilarious B-movie style feel. Chunks of gore and blood add to the video nasty ambiance too.
1,
And number 1 is Street Fighter 2 from 1991. It's not hyperbole to say that Capcom's Street Fighter 2 revived the arcade scene single-handedly when it arrived in 1991. Yeah, Street Fighter 2. I don't play a lot of fighting games, but Street Fighter 2 is probably the one I've played the most of, whether it was in arcades or on consoles. It's true. It changed the landscape in the 90s.
There you go. 10 arcade games of the 90s of the century. Century. Good headline. There you go. That is courtesy of RetroDodo.com. RetroDodo.com. Sean, I have a funny joke to tell you. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Good morning. Nice chat, by the way, to Keith, Anthony, and K-Laugh.
nice chat.
Nice chat to you both. Here we go. Sean, a weasel walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Wow, never seen a weasel in here before. What can I get you?" "Pop," goes the weasel. Shout out to Gabe Pride. I watched Gabe's stream yesterday, and that's where I found that one. I think it was from one of Gabe's audience members, but it made me laugh. Because Pop Goes the Weasel is part of another thing. So, pretty good. Pop Goes the Weasel, and the Weasel goes Pop. It is now 7:39 on this morning radio show that plays games. Chat FM recommend we just buy a Mazda and head out to the street. Yeah, Sean used to play this video game in real life.
I used to play this game on my way to work.
Drew Mega said, "Oh, Crazy Taxi was a fun game." Well, hello, gentlemen. This is Keith Anthony. Street Fighter 2 is the elite of all the elite. And K-Lab said, "I was just in the arcade last week celebrating Jordy Jasper's birthday."
Nice.
That would have been fun.
I like fun.
Was it like a classic arcade birthday too, K-Lab, where like you got like party hats and pizza? That would have been awesome. All right, it's 7:39 on this morning radio show that plays games.
You can news if you wanna.
Here's the story that we're tracking at this hour, and then we'll have some more fun facts about GameWorks, which is the reason we're talking about your favorite arcade memories, as this day in gaming history was when GameWorks debuted back in 1997. Our first story of the day had to do with a Japanese radish that set a world record for the heaviest radish at over 101 pounds, which is still kind of mind-blowing. Like, how heavy are those, like, big pumpkins that set world records?
Gotta be heavier than a radish.
Okay. Yeah, let me know. I just want to kind of have an idea for comparison. This story is from latestsightings.com via UPI. Ben Hooper is usually where we get a lot of our At This Hour stories. Hippos are surrounding a lion stranded on a rock in a river. A male lion wandering into the wrong territory found himself stuck in the middle of a river surrounded by angry hippos. A co-owner and guide at a national park said that he has never seen a sight like that, and he shared the footage with latestsightings.com. Quote, "We started off with a quiet morning, so we went down to the river for our morning coffee stop so that the guests could enjoy the view. As it was my last drive with them, always looking around for something, I saw the hippos' strange behavior. As we watched, the hippos grew increasingly agitated and started to circle a rock, clearly unhappy with it. Lions and water typically don't mix well, so Lions are not great swimmers and often hesitate to enter bodies of water, so seeing this male lion stuck on a rock in the middle of the river was truly a unique sight. Quote, looking through my binoculars, I saw what appeared to be a male lion, stranded on a rock, surrounded by tons of angry hippos. All of a sudden, a big hippo went for the lion, and the lion had no choice but to jump off into the water. In the end, another hippo went for the lion, but luckily missed. So it sounds like the lion ended up being pretty okay. But we have no official outcome of this particular event.
We couldn't reach the lion for comment.
No. I'm just going out for morning coffee. Let's go show the guests how neat the river looks. Oh my gosh, that hippo's going to eat that lion. I mean,
by the way, the world record for biggest pumpkin is over 2,000 pounds.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I guess for scale, yeah. Like, pumpkins are generally very big compared to radishes, so that probably makes sense. It does make sense, actually, not even probably. If we were... Did Rocket League stall out?
Not on my end.
Oh, man, not again. All right. GMS presents me resetting my game. Boo. Everyone boo Rocket League. Yeah, this isn't my PlayStation crashing anymore. It's the game crashing. So, yeah. Error occurred in the following application. Sorry, what's that?
I'm now the party leader.
Okay, I'm going to try to join your party. Yeah, that's right, chat. You boo my PlayStation 4.
Ooh.
If this keeps it up, I will go get a PlayStation 5.
You should.
Don't make me, but I'll do it. I wonder if my monitor can handle a PlayStation 5.
Surely.
It's 60 frames per second?
Can be.
Can it be more?
Can be.
Okay. I can't join you, can I?
No.
Okay.
You've been replaced.
Can you tell me all about your game?
It has rocket cars and boop and eagles and we're winning 2-1. Oh, you're on the other team. Oh no, it changed. That was weird.
This is kind of fun to actually watch it.
Through me.
It's kind of fun to watch it behind you. This is, I kind of don't move. I kind of like this. Let's just take this the whole time. You could send us game audio though. Look at that. That's Sean full screen with the game behind him. Are you on the Rocket League course?
Yep.
In a way, it's actually like you're pushing the ball up the field because your car is right, like, underneath you. Yeah, go Sean. Go Sean. This is what it was like when Virtua Fighter hit the arcade. This is exactly what everybody saw. Oh, shot on goal by Sean and a nice assist. That looks nice. It is good to see you all. Although the Star Wars Episode 1 pod racing game is pretty wild, instead of your typical wheel pedal controls, it had this wonky twin thruster control scheme featured in the movie. That was an arcade game?
I think so.
Let me look it up because I didn't remember about that. So you had like the dual stick type thing. Let me see. Star Wars pod racer.
You had like two of these, and you had to go forward. You could turn.
Arcade. Yeah, Star Wars Pod Racer Arcade for sale. So you can go to eBay right now. Yeah, you go to eBay right now, Sean. And you can put a bid for this arcade-style Pod Racer game. It's a mere $12,590. Free shipping, though. and best offer. So you could do an OBO on this.
I love the free shipping. That's great.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so it's got the little... Oh, yeah, you can't see that because Sean's full screen. Oh, thank you for the link, Kalaf. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Star Wars Racer. Kalaf also talked about other driving games, such as Ivan Iron Man Stewart's Super Off-Road or Nothing. Is that the full name of that game? So that was also one of those like pizza joint games where it had 3 controls, I believe, and like you raced on the dirt track, and part of the game was like spinning your wheel hard to one direction. Am I thinking of the right one, Kalaf? Is that what that was called? And it had that long of a title? Yeah, this one right here. Oh yeah, again, you can't see anything. I'll paste it in chat. Copy. Oh, I bet I can't paste it in chat. This is the hard part. Maybe? Maybe? Hopefully that gets through to you. Good morning and nice chat to you, Dungeon Master KJ. It is great to see you this morning on this morning radio show that features Sean playing video games.
Nice chat!
With an eagle over your shoulder. That's why you're winning this game, is because everyone's afraid of Eagle the Mathematical. I bet Eagle the Mathematical can even tell us the score. That's how many points the orange team has. What about the blue team, Eagle? Oh, but you just scored again, so how many points do you have now?
Five. Good job, Eagle.
Eagle the Mathematical is the absolute best. 4 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. You did it! And you saw it all firsthand. Right there. On the Gaming Morning Show.
Oh, here. I don't want to take the ending screen away from you.
I actually really like it behind you. It's horrible for viewing, but it was just really fun to watch. So, there you go. That's our last Rocket League game of the day. We're going to play It Takes Two coming up in the final hour crew. Thank you, Sean. Also, congratulations on winning a game without me.
Yeah.
You are one of life's winners.
I always hate how I always think I'm playing well, and then, yeah. All right, good morning. Any other arcade memories? That is our question of the day. Good morning, nice chat to Dungeon Master KJ, which we mentioned. KJ is using some of the GMS emotes that you get for being a Patreon subscriber. Go to our Patreon right now, patreon.com/gamingmorningshow, and you can become one. Big thanks to those celebrating subiversaries this week. Includes the like of Wallstormer and Hey, It's Brendan. Find out more at Gaming Morning Show on Patreon, and that's a pretty exciting opportunity. We take care of the subscription to Sports.Gaming's channel for you, so you get those emotes each and every month, and we are hopefully going to have one of our animated emotes approved soon, and Sean says there's a whole bunch of other things available in there too, so we'll try to take advantage of those for you as soon as we can. Also be on the lookout, exclamation point bingo. We're going to try to make that a $10 weekly contest. Is probably too dramatic. $10 weekly prize for bingo. So we'll tell you more about that hopefully soon. Last call for bingo suggestions on our bingo page, which is at gamingmorningshow.tv/bingo. All right, 7:50 West Coast, 10:50 out East, 2:50 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Thank you for being along. It is time for sports. Sports brought to you as always by King Gray. Sean, is there a race this weekend?
Yes.
Thank you, Sean. F1 correspondent, Sports.Gaming, with the in-depth reporting that you need. we'll get more information about the Formula One race coming up this weekend. We can tell you that last night, your Los Angeles Lakers a 123-108 win over New Orleans, while your Portland Trailblazers lost 123-107 in Portland to the Knicks. And then in the NHL, your Calgary Flames, believe it or not, lost an overtime game.
We officially sit at the top with the most overtime losses.
That's right. No one is worse in overtime than we are.
We're number one.
Overtime loss champions 2023. Woo! Well, the playoffs used to be fun.
Go Kraken.
Go Kraken. Yep. Pretty much what it's going to be like. Listen, there's still 14 games left. Anything could happen. Blah, blah, blah. But
We still have a chance to double the amount of overtime losses.
28 OT losses. The most in history. That'd be great. But the reason I bring up hockey, and then we will actually talk Formula One, is yesterday Chris M.E. tweeted out that the NHL was doing this thing with Disney, and it's because ESPN is owned by Disney, and ESPN is now back in the hockey game. They returned last year or the year before. And they had this thing where they were able to use motion capture technology to basically replicate the game that was being played between the Rangers and Capitals and make it like the Big City Green characters were playing the game. How cool is this? I'm going to paste it into chat, which I'll probably jump into the actual Restream app to do. So not only would it be able to actually like recapture the actual gameplay and produce it as like the characters playing, but the two announcers for the actual Big City Green side of the broadcast were sitting in a studio in motion capture suits. And so as they were commentating on the game, they could do a two-shot of the commentators, and it would be them as characters in Big City Greens. So this apparently is on Disney Plus, according to Chris, said that it's replays on Disney Plus. So if you want to watch the whole thing, you can. I just tweeted out Chris M.E.'s tweet, but how cool is that?
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So it's basically like an arcade version of NHL hockey, and it ended up being pretty okay. By the way, in case you're wondering who won the game, which I'm sure all of you are, it was a Cricket. Cricket won the game. Cricket's the name character. 5-3, Rangers over Caps. So. Hey, Sean, is there a race this weekend?
Yep.
Thank you, Sean. In-depth reporting,
Yeah, we're heading to Saudi Arabia this weekend. So normal schedule, practice 1, practice 2 on Friday, practice 3 and qualifying on Saturday, race 10 a.m. Pacific time Sunday morning.
Wow.
Get to sleep in a little bit.
Wow, we definitely do. I probably can't watch it now because it's on at a reasonable hour. Yesterday, NCAA men's basketball tournament, the play-in game is no longer a thing. It's the first round of the NCAA. It's called the first four. Your Texas A&M Corpus Christi mascot, I don't know what they call it, held off Southeast Missouri State 75-71, while your Pittsburgh Panthers, a 1-point victory over Mississippi State 60-59. So the Panthers and the mascots.
Islanders.
Just like I knew, the Islanders of Texas A&M Corpus Christi advance. Tonight, in case you're wondering, it is your Mississippi State, NCAA women's. I was like, oh, Mississippi State just played. In the men's tournament, it is your Fordham? No, just FDU. Oh, Fairleigh Dickinson.
Yeah. The Knights.
Against Texas Southern?
Tigers.
Okay. That one's at 3:40 p.m., followed by Nevada and Arizona State. So, go Fairleigh Dickinson.
Yeah. They're going to play fairly well.
They're not Foley Dickinson. They're just Fairleigh Dickinson.
Just fairly.
And that is your sports. Sports brought to you as always by King Gray. All right, next hour, don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth. It Takes Two. We finished the game coming up in the final hour. We're never going to finish this game. Also, we'll get your takeaways that are pretty okay, clip of the day, and more. Thank you for being here. It's Gaming Morning Show. We'll We'll ask you what your favorite arcade memory is on the other side of the break with Sean and Hefty on Gaming Morning Show, which is on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube. Goodbye, Twitter Spaces. We'll be back.
Fall through the sky. We were younger, never thought we'd say goodbye. Now we're saying goodbye. Did I lose this chance for one last dance? With my shaking hand, I can barely ask. We got runaway plans. Baby, where do you wanna go? I'm scared to, you know, but I'll never let go.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can see all your bingo cards on my screen. This does work pretty well. Someone's bingo card name, by the way, is how many letters can you fit on this thing? I mean, if I just keep typing with will this thing ever cut me off? I mean, you can fit a lot of characters in this window, and it really isn't stopping me at all. So I guess it goes on forever. This goes on for a very long time, but I have other things to do. So for now, I will just say my name is Kayla. Poo-poo is not amused by that selection. That's Bob giving maybe like the turn up your nose, I think is the phrase, right? Where he's upset with one of your news stories. Maybe he really liked Back 4 Blood. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe he's upset. He wanted more content.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I mean, like you said, the game is still going to be there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's still going to be there, and people are still going to play it, so.
Just won't be any new content.
No new stuff, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
Sis says, glad I didn't buy that game, I guess. I did like Back 5 Blood. That was a good. Then there's Back 6 Blood and Back 7 Blood. Yeah. If you want to let us know your favorite number, please share that with us in the chat. We truly would appreciate it very much. Let's see. Ryan saying enigmatic is like one of those videos of people slipping on ice and almost falling down, but somehow magically staying on their feet.
Phillips of Toto, who is 66.
Hefty Wife's
T-O-T-O,
favorite band, Toto.
Toto's a good.
It's not I Miss the Rains down in Africa, by the way. It's Bless the Rain down in Africa. I had that wrong for definitely over 3/4 of my life.
Nice.
So they're driving in the car. I miss the rain. Like, I was. If we had gone to karaoke and I decided to sing that song, which I shouldn't because it's significantly out of my karaoke range, even, I would have gotten up there and go to sing the chorus and looked at the monitor with the lyrics, and I would have just stopped dead in my tracks because I would have been like, "That's not the." I would have fought the person who makes the lyrics for the karaoke machine, and be like, "That's not the lyrics." I wouldn't have fought them. I would have politely asked them to correct the lyrics. Excuse me if it's not too much trouble. It's nature, by the way. Nature. I have no clue. I think I want an L. L.
Al, no.
L, no, there was no L. How about a T? T.
T. Cha-ching.
All right, that helped a lot. Quiet and Brendan's T. Temperate.
Now that's a big swing.
Temperate forest. The combination of Brendan and quiet. You jointly are
Cracked. Cracked.
quiet just left because we guessed TT. Egyptians, Romans, and Greeks, the modern birthplace of the pizza, is southwestern Italy's Campania region, home to Naples. Founded around 600 BC as a Greek settlement, Naples, and then at 1700s and early 1800s was a thriving waterfront city. Technically an independent kingdom, it was notorious for its throngs of working poor, or Lazzaroni. These Neapolitans required inexpensive food that could be quickly consumed. Pizza, flatbreads with toppings that could be eaten for every meal, fulfilled that need. These early pizzas featured tasty toppings such as tomatoes, cheese, oil, anchovies, and garlic. More well-off Italian authors judged Naples' innovation, often calling their eating habits disgusting. Quit looking down on us, Naples authors. Napothers.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show. Don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth. And GMS Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. And the clip of the day. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningShow.tv. Time for hour number 3. Right now.
Morning, gamer. Welcome back. Gaming Morning Show continues the final hour of today's Wednesday show, March 15th, 2023. Happy weekend of the week to you all, which of course we deemed weekend of the week because it is the middle part of the week. That is something that Sean and I 1000% agree upon. Oh. News to me. Says Sean. Yeah, I have no clue why we call it weekend of the week either.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah.
There was, it may not have been sound logic, but there was some logic to it. I remember you had an explanation that I could see how you got there. I just don't remember what it was.
Yeah. And it's really not important because the complete canon now is that it's the weekend of the week for whatever reason. So,
that's how we do.
Complete Canon was the name of my band in high school.
Incomplete Canon was mine.
Cracked!
We were rifle bands. It is great to see so many of you all. Thank you for being here throughout the course of the morning. We've told you today about Ides of March, Brutus Day, Buzzards Day, Dumbstruck Day, which is otherwise known as AC/DC Day, Everything You Think Is Wrong Day, International Day Against Police Brutality, International Day of Action Against Canadian Seal Slaughter, and International Day to Combat Islamophobia. It is also the anniversary from 1997 of when GameWorks debuted. It was an arcade in Seattle. So we're asking you, what is your favorite arcade memory? Very quickly, GameWorks was a gaming-based entertainment center with a single location as of 2022, a chain of such businesses, writes Wikipedia. It was owned by then-owner Xworks Capital. Each venue featured a wide array of video game arcades, in addition to full-service bars and restaurants. Originally created in 1996 as a joint venture by Sega, DreamWorks, SKG, and Universal Studios. GameWorks began as the joint venture, and Skip Paul was GameWorks' first chairman and CEO. One of the video games is made by Steven Spielberg, and first opened its location in March of 1997. DreamWorks sold its portion in 2001.
Nice.
Yeah.
But how many Mazda MX-5s did they have?
Did you have a full-scale, what was it, Ridge Racer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the takeaway that I have coming up later this hour is, yeah, you could get a full-blown Mazda MKX?
MX-5.
That one too. As the car that you'd sit in. And it was a full-size car in the middle of an arcade. That's pretty fun. Pretty fun. Actually, Calaf, our head of research and development, tells us that just over a year since we coined the phrase weekend of the week, it happened this month back in 2002.
Pretty good. I'm going to have to watch that episode later. Figure it out.
Like Zoinks, what a mystery scoop. All right, we're going to play It Takes Two in just a little bit.
Welcome in, Final Hour crew.
Hello, Final Hour crew. It is great to see you.
Hello, FHC.
Keith, Anthony, K-Laugh with us this morning. It's Copia, Dungeon Meowster, KJ, Groggy, or Die, Drew Mega, among those who have been hanging out with us through the course of the morning. We've seen the ambassador of the Final Hour crew. Hey, it's Brendan. Great to have you with us. Mel B on YouTube is one of the many that have hung out with us on YouTube today. We've also had Samara, who's been there as well. Thank you for the comment on a prior YouTube video. You can do that too right now, chat, at youtube.com/gamingmorningshow. I am JF Downs, who set an alarm for us today. The Element of One has been here as well, and many others. If I missed your name, if you're lurking or listening elsewhere, thank you so much for being part of the show.
Hello, FHC.
Keith Anthony says, my arcade memories are probably like everyone else, spending all my pocket change. Pocket money there and hanging out with my friends, but having to go through the torture of household chores Monday to Friday to enjoy the arcades on the weekend.
Working for the weekend. Kid edition.
Keith Anthony's working for the weekend. Gotta have enough pocket money. I don't know why this made me think of it. Probably because I was singing. But yesterday I was scrolling through the Reels. Yesterday was a very good Instagram Reels day for me. Just want to say, humble brag, I guess. And one was, those videos where they find coordinates and they zoom in on the coordinates, and then it's like this weird thing that Google Maps captured or something. This person was like, it's just a bridge, right? And then they flipped it to the part in the Rick Ansley, is that his name? Never Gonna Give You Up music video that became the Rickroll, and it's the bridge in one of the scenes from where he's singing Never Gonna Give You Up. So it was a Rickroll, but it was also relevant.
Nice.
A relevant role.
Did he walk on the bridge during the bridge of the song?
No, but hopefully he was under the bridge during the bridge. I have never understood bridge, hook, and other...
So you have verse and chorus, right?
Yeah. Well, a chorus is like the repetitive part.
Chorus is the repetitive part. Verse is the changing part. A bridge, oftentimes before the last verse or before the last chorus, depending on the structure, is totally different. So all the verses sound the same, all the choruses obviously sound the same, but then the bridge sounds completely different. So kind of an A, B, A, B, C, A, B structure.
And of course, the hook brings you back.
Nailed it.
Sounds just like... Is that Blues Traveler? What brings you back? Let's play Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. Thank you for being here, chat. Good morning. And nice chat to RHS Jack.
To see the record for the most balloons banked in Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth, remember to type the easy-to-remember acronym, exclamation point, DLTPFFTBFITMMREC.
Well, you got to give me the runaround, Sean. Seriously, I mean, if I was wearing one of those cool hats...
You should be wearing one of those cool hats.
I don't remember what kind of hat that is.
It's a cool hat.
And what was that dude's name again?
Mr. Traveler.
Knew that's what you were going to say. Yes, Jack says it interesting. Everyone is entitled to their wrong opinion, and that's mine. Saying, I'm here. The best arcade game was the Vector Star Wars. That is all. Okay. Keith Anthony says Time Crisis will forever be the best arcade game. Time Crisis 3 was pretty okay. Last but not least, KJ says, Arcade, I was once a skee-ball top score winner and had so many tickets that I was able to get the off-brand Barbie Dream Dollhouse. Fun fact, it fell apart after about 2 weeks. All right, we're going to take a K-Laugh's...
That's a big swing.
Initial big swing, which is true and false. I'll use the E from that.
E, yes.
It is not true and false. Second guess was left and right.
Now that's a big swing.
We'll use the T from that.
T, yes.
But it is not left and right. Yes and no, soft and hard. This is opposites, by the way. Kalaf guessed John Popper. No, I'm just kidding. That's the name of the Blues Traveler guy. Did you guess soft and firm with a PH sound?
Maybe.
Let's see. We have time and limbo.
No.
Krush and Bindkit. Moon and Earth as opposites? Let's go N.
No.
Okay, yeah. Odd and evens, can't be that. Earth? Okay, let's go with Earth. A?
No.
We have D and S from Downs and Copia.
D. S. No. No.
Okay, we gotta talk about this now. Oh, Kalaf.
Now that's a big
Do
swing.
you want the F, the L, or the U first?
Why not the M?
Oh, the M?
Yeah.
M.
M. Yes.
And then the Y.
Y. No.
Oh, wait, no, that's not true.
Y. Yes.
There we go. Show me full and empty.
Let the record show the Downs guessed the U before we solved it.
Good job, Downs. Mel B was on the same wavelength with full and empty. It looks like everything's talking to each other again, which is nice. 3 more banked balloons. We're up to $11.95 if you order now. $11.95 sounds like one of those like infomercial prices, doesn't it? Or at least with the shipping and handling costs. I'm starting to think U hits more often than D. I think you're right, Downs. Yeah. Are you full, half? Nope, sorry. Are you half full or half empty kind of guy? Says Keith Anthony. This is books. Books. The guess from Downs is The Jungle's Book. It's the follow-up to The Jungle Book.
They went with the aliens
Exactly.
naming convention.
Yes. As a sidebar, while we continue to play this game, Sean and I are on the select character screen for It Takes Two, and the two parents are talking to one another by a sedan. They've been out there talking for like 20 minutes.
She could put her suitcase down.
Yeah, she has like a briefcase. They're making lots of gestures at one another. Laugh.
Now that's a big swing.
The Scarlet Letter. I'll go with R from that.
R.
That was a bad choice.
Should try a T.
T from Sports Gaming.
T. Yes.
Would you like an E as well?
I sure would. Maybe
E.
even an H.
E. Yes.
Here's an H for free. And a bonus I.
H. I. Cha-ching. Correct.
It's always nice when we get those cool little surprises randomly from the game. Definitely from the game. Yeah, bonus I. Idiot's Guide to Counting. Show me idiots. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
We have an H from Mel B. Oh, H's around.
Missed it. J.
The Jumanji book. Ooh.
That's a big swing.
Chat FM with the Da Vinci Code. Cracked. Da Vinci.
Cracked. Cracked.
We did it. We're at 1,201 banked balloons. It actually looks like 1,201. Yay!
Yay. So much better.
It's so much. Yeah, because we've never had the double ones on the front end before, so. And except for like maybe like 110 or like 116, but it's over so quickly. So.
Yeah. No, this is way better.
All right, here we go. Last one, all about sports. Sports.
I liked Kalaf's the ravioli code. That could have been that.
Is that the beef or the cheese? I always forget that part.
S. Correct.
We were awarded 20 points from KJ for that. Basketball, go, give me the ball because I'm gonna dunk it. I love that skit so much. My son looked at me the other day and just said, "Hey, Dad, I was like, "Oh my gosh!" It's just out of the blue. It was fantastic. Good morning and nice chat to King Gray.
Hello, FHC.
Of course, Gray shows up during the sports puzzle and don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth because King Gray knows all about sports as our sports sponsor. E from Chat FM with the E.
E. Correct.
E.
Shaquille O'Neal.
I'm gonna go A.
A. Cha-ching.
Downs might not be too far off. Copia wants deep.
D. P. Cha-ching.
It's Diamond Dallas Page. It's me. It's
D. P.
All About Sports Deep Sea Rescue. Oh yeah, it can't be rescue. Oh, fishing. Did K-Laugh apostrophe fishing?
I think so.
I don't have an apostrophe button. K-Laugh. Deep sea fishing. K-Laugh is cracked.
Correct.
Russell is wrong. 1,208. That's a pretty good day's work, if you will. 1,208 banked balloons. This happened beginning in 2022. It was 2022. It was October.
2022. It's way in the future.
2022. All right. Congratulations, chat. 1,208. 1,208. K-Laugh says, I'm sending an email. You can use the template that Austin once sent to the Club Penguin folks.
Mister, I am Austin Attack. I speak for the Penguins. I speak for the Penguins, for the Penguins have no tongues. And I'm asking you, random tech support guy, at the top of my lungs, what's that thing you've made out of my Club Penguin?
Debate's still out whether or not there's tongues in penguins.
I'm pretty sure penguins have tongues.
Not according to Austin Attack 12. So, oh, I forgot we have to do the clown thing. Nope, I'm staying right here. Nope. I don't like circuses. I don't like clowns. Clowns are fine. Nope, you have to do it yourself. Good luck. Why does this game take us so long to play?
So many things. Fun to play with. Can I make him come back out?
Dun, dun, dun. Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
So Weasel
Oh,
walks
no.
into a
Here it
bar,
comes.
right? All right, I'm ready.
Parkour. Not fun. Catch my ball.
Okay, so I can't start early.
Can't start late either.
Okay, so it looks like you're gonna have to.
Oh. If you go to this side, or yeah, you do the button.
Okay, ready?
Because then you can just run to that side. Yeah, and then we'll put it super fast.
Oh, too early. False start. On the Sean. Repeat third
It's
down.
gonna be hard when we have to.
Oh wow!
Kind of pause. We're so fast.
We really scoot, don't we?
Boot scoot.
Booger. I thought it was supposed to go into the clown's mouth.
Look at all
No,
those
he
blocks
spits
and
out the
wheels.
mouth. He goes.
I guess
"Bleh."
it's time for some hamster action again.
We're all connected to each
Hamster
other.
Action was the name of my band in high
Okay,
school.
let's get this ball rolling then.
Nope. Oh, okay, I see it now. I'm ready.
Can I get in there with you? Can we be hamster buddies?
No, you just gotta run to the next one.
I'm ready.
Look at the seals! How cute!
What's he? Oh.
On National Day of Action Against Canadian Seal Slaughter.
Sir, are you a Canadian seal? Blink if you're in danger. I think he's okay.
Okay.
Sir, have you met any penguins? Do they have tongues?
And are they speaking at the top
Don't
of their
blink
lungs?
if they have tongues. He didn't blink, they have tongues. Confirmed. Let me push this button.
Oh, I thought we had already done that part.
Right. Come on, let's get it!
You're taking a much more efficient path over there.
Yeah, might think that.
So we have to get to the top, the umbrellas, right? This is where we have to be. Okay. Oh, he's cracked.
Nice.
I'm ready.
Hello, Mr. Seal. Blink if you're in danger. Yeah, this one's okay too.
Hey, Sean.
Yep.
Wow.
How'd you get me all the way over there? This story is canon.
Wow, you really sailed past that one.
Alright, we should probably aim better.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
Nice.
Oh, so we sacrifice ourselves? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you-
I need to give
I
this a
didn't
try.
realize the moment I touched it, it fires.
Are you gonna bend it?
Like Beckham. Yeah, I'm ready. Oh.
Maybe I
Okay.
should,
Okay, Ryan, as soon as you touch the cannon, it fires. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm
Ready?
ready. And now.
Nice. I like how we have to sacrifice ourselves. Oh, sorry, I have to aim. Wait, but we were already in here. Did we just not go far enough?
Wait, yeah, we didn't get it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm ready whenever you can see clearly when you need to fire, so.
I can see clearly now.
Oh, I
A
didn't.
little higher.
Well, and I don't think I. You go ahead. You hop in one more time. I want to actually do this right. The moment I touched it. Let me know when to hit it.
Wait,
Wait
wait,
for the first time.
wait. And now.
My gosh, hefty. Yeah, I don't like the circus. I'm just being honest with you. I
Oh,
don't like the
yeah.
circus.
Yeah, I'm not a. Oh. A Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel, the Fairly wheel. Oh, guess we're going.
Time. Oh. I'm
All right, mate,
unicycling.
jump on. All right now.
Oh, okay.
All right, easy.
Okay.
Slow
Okay,
and
I'm just gonna go
steady.
as fast as slow and steady. I'm gonna go as fast as I can.
Easy,
I went too fast.
easy, easy, easy. Oh, I get it. I thought I had to try to like lower it. Look at us. Cracked.
Balance puzzles, piece of cake.
Apparently the chat, by the way, says the penguin has a tongue solely designed to grip fish but has no taste buds. I'm not sure what the fish has done to be gripped, though. You Jester tested this and you say it's a 0 scare level? You are not telling the truth, Jester Tester. What the heck? You trained for this in the UK.
I sure did. I'm ready. I did this.
Ready?
Almost. one more sub.
Perfect. Nailed it. Ready?
We gotta get synced up.
Okay. Oh yeah, we're gonna make this.
And then we get up to speed one more.
We're totally Justin Timberlake right now. In sync.
All right, now we're ready. Piece of cake, first try. Just like when I went to circus school.
Oh, I can't go down the hole.
Oh, you're gonna get sucked into the hole.
What's this one for now?
Now we just carry.
I'll go this way. Yeah. All right, where do we go?
I think we go over the balloon.
Okay, I got the ball. It's slingshot.
Perfect.
Okay, I got the ball. Slingshot time.
Oh, they
some of them
pop!
Watch out for the popping balloons. Here, I'll pop all the balloons.
Nailed it. Oh, look, there's a slingshot. That must be what
it's
made it.
slingshot time. Why does she keep saying that?
Oh, do
Oh
we
yeah,
get
we're popping the balloon. I forgot.
Whoa, that was brutal. Did you see the head?
Yeah, but it was a clown, so no one's sad.
To the queen.
That was
We will.
murderous.
I need help.
Yeah, thanks
I'm
a lot.
okay with it.
Get to the castle.
Thanks for helping us murder the queen.
Oh, we gotta go get our fancy part.
This is my favorite mechanic because I can actually just smash the button and don't have to be like finessey at all.
I like the celebration.
Have fun murdering the queen.
Cody, the tracks are ending.
Oh no! I forgot! I never finished building the... Ah!
Huh? That worked.
Nailed it.
First try. Fish have made the critical error of being made of food. Said Kayla.
Just like I planned it! See? The castle!
Hey, the elephant. She's up there.
Yeah, the gate must
Let's
be
get
nearby.
her.
Come on.
Let me grab a pitchfork really quick. I'll be right back. Whoa, that jumped on me.
Found some horses.
We seriously can't take the horse. You put horses right here and we can't ride them?
Smash them.
Hey, we're gonna kill the queen. Is that cool?
He seems okay with it.
Okay.
Wow. You and Rose built all of this?
We sure did.
Not bad, Cody. Not bad.
Ooh, bird star.
You built a train track too.
Oh yeah. And it's got the best views.
Hey, Cody, over here.
Squeeze the bird to make it sing.
My bird's gonna win.
Whatever, my bird is better than your bird.
Well, my bird is cuter.
Oh, we're playing some Guitar Hero.
Oh, I
Bring
see.
it home!
Well done, birdie. Please.
Squawk, squawk!
That's right.
This is a
Sorry to
banger.
get this music.
That's it! Oh, we got this bird.
There we go.
Nailed it.
Great team.
Oh, I needed one
buddy.
more.
You did
Mine is
need
still
one
cuter.
more.
I don't think I missed any though. Did they really end that game with 68 jerks?
Alright, I saw the train go by the way.
He knew what he was doing.
Oh, okay. Happened to just pop out of the tunnel at the wrong time.
Did you get run over by a train?
Yes, I did.
I can whistle
I
the
like
train.
trains.
Did you hear him? Yeah, I like trains.
The gate's locked.
Alright,
There's
I got
to be a way in.
I got a
Oh, you
crane.
find stuff we're actually doing.
No, I think you're supposed to do that, right?
I don't know. I think you just ride the trainer.
Oh. So I found a crane, and then you had some cannons. Oh, okay. So I can rotate this crane. All right, now I have a bowling ball. So where should I drop a bowling ball?
There's the castle gate. Up there.
Probably smash the castle. Oh. First, you should probably turn and knock over those giant Jenga things, 'cause that looks fun.
Oh, I can't rotate it that way.
Can't go all the way?
Oh, wait, maybe I can. Oops. Sorry.
Hey, Cody.
Oh,
You
no.
up for a little bowling?
You're crazy. But I like it.
Whoa. We swing it, right?
I think so.
Okay, forward, back. Forward, back. Now left. Knock, knock, elephant. It's your worst nightmare.
Oh, the elephant's right up there, too.
Yeah. We're coming to murder you. Because we're a family-friendly game.
Oh,
we've made a mistake.
wait. We're not here to cause trouble.
Oh, yeah, we are.
We're
See the elephant.
and kill her.
We're definitely not here to murder her, wink.
Dare you insult Cutie the Third, Queen of the Magic Castle? In short, Her Majesty.
Were there two other
Yes, we
cuties?
mean, Her Majesty.
Oh, yeah. We murdered them, too.
To her.
It's kind of urgent.
The Queen
Remember,
does
the
not
worst
burn
parents of
all
all
the earth
time.
with peasants.
That's true.
Peasants? Whoa, back up.
You like
Calling
this
peasants
elephant?
there, buddy. Okay, I built this castle. All right, I even came up with the
Chiropractic.
magic castle. So if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't
Okay,
even be.
behave! Excuse my underling, ma'am. Underling, yes. We are messengers from a land far, far away. We come with a very important letter for Her Majesty.
The
Hand it
letter
over.
is a knife in her back.
Well,
The letter of
we need to
death.
see Her Majesty in person.
Why?
Because they want to kill the queen.
Oh, nice work, Book of Love.
Of course, I never lie. I'm Dr. Hakim, Book of Truth.
That's not what it says.
At
This Book of Love.
Majesty's service, Cutie Elephant the Third, Queen of the Magic Castle. You just stop sucking up. Don't listen to him, all right? He's crazy.
You know what I found
Loco.
out?
He's
The
lying.
guy that voices
Oh, yeah? Then
the
why
book
don't you
is the same
show
guy that voices
letter
Cody.
to Her Majesty?
Oh, really?
Huh?
Yeah.
Maybe I will. Okay, so the thing with the letter is it's kind of complex. Ha! Exactly. Because there is no letter.
What is going on?
Whose side is he on? Chat FM says Cutie the Second was dethroned after she instigated the removal of penguin tongues.
Mom.
Oh my god, there's toilets!
Hey, May, you okay?
At least you have toilet paper.
Not been this great in years. Gosh, Cody, why did you build prison cells?
Well, because all castles have prison cells. Sorry.
Fair.
Make up the rules. Hey! Anyone hear us?
Not our daughter.
Hello? Hello?
Well, lucky for us, you're not the engineer in the family.
Do you mind? What are you doing? I built that.
Yeah, I can see that. The toilet has no pipes.
Yeah? It's a toy castle. Toys don't go to the bathroom.
We have escape hatches.
I really should have skipped those beans.
Come on, hurry up.
I can't.
This better not be
Okay,
something
built
creepy.
this place. Where to now?
Just turn right here.
Guards!
Over here, quick! Come on.
Is this Metal Gear Solid? That was perfect timing. Really, we did a fart joke.
Oh, it's too much. Whoa! Oh, yeah!
You're a wizard.
Whoa! Whoa! Ice orbs, May! I have cool magician
I
powers.
have a fire sword.
Yeah, you do.
Let's torch this cardboard.
Like I said, a magic castle.
Cody, let's get ready.
Yeah.
All right.
This game had to be so fun to make because they could just do anything. I like how it's like top down.
Oh, you can't stop
Yeah,
me,
it's like that.
Kate.
I can teleport?
Nice one.
Oh, I can.
Now let me through.
I don't know how to open the door though.
That's cool.
You're
I'm just gonna
welcome.
go. Oh, there's a button. I figured it out. There's a button right here.
Now watch me.
Oh, you're dead. I'm dead. So I can dash across here.
Ha, easy.
Thanks for the lava, May. Glad I actually have useful powers.
Oh, nice. Oof. Wow, obliterated them like Queen II tore out their tongues. Hello, FHC. A nice chat to you,
Hello, FHC.
Pizza Babe. Murdered. What now?
I don't know. That way, but I. Oh, I see. I see. Now you stand.
Whoa, I used my epic. I shouldn't have
Wow,
done.
okay. That's pretty cool, Cody.
I'll have to take kids.
Right now?
Yeah.
That's
Seven.
silly. Oh crap! Oh, perfect.
Cheer up, May. Give it hell.
Which one have I not used?
Get him, Cody. I'll hold off the others here.
Oh, apparently I'll. Oh yeah, because you can tell.
Hey, good chill here.
It's kind of loud. Kind of loud in these rhinos. Uh-oh, I'm dead. Don't die.
They're all toast.
You're too hot, man.
Got him. Are we gonna have to pause?
Huh?
Are we gonna have to pause?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we just quit. It'll save here.
Oh, will it?
Or we might go back like a minute or so.
Okay. O is my favorite attack.
Oh. Alright, yeah.
Okay, we gotta save and take kids to school. Fine. All right, 8:40 West Coast time. It is 11:40 out east, 3:40 for those watching GMS in the UK. Have a good day, Sean. Everyone say goodbye to Sean. Goodbye. Goodbye, Sean. I'm Hefty Goof. Wrapping up the show. Thank you for being here. It is Gaming Morning Show. Thank you again for being here. I am the Pizza Babe. We talked about favorite arcade memories. So this is your last call for answering that question of the day. Because today in 1997, GameWorks Video Arcade opened. What is your favorite arcade memory? So certainly let us know. Chat FM, great line on the Penguin thing. We'll name our Billy Thundergun Team of the Match Award winner coming up in just a little bit as well. All right, Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming Re-News. We'll do that first. We'll let you know what are the video game headlines that Sean told you in the beginning of the show, and then what are your takeaways that were pretty okay? What is something you learned from today's show? I certainly want to know the answer to that. You can let us know now, or we'll get to them in just a little bit. Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming Re-News includes a story of Epic Games ordered to pay $245 million in refunds for Fortnite players tricked into unwanted charges, as according to Game Informer's Wesley LeBlanc. Apparently, the buttons were too much they were laid out in a way where they could basically trick people into buying things. Yeah, that's basically the gist.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Well, it's definitely one of two varieties. It's either the peanut M&Ms or the peanut butter M&Ms. Now, if they could combine those two, that hands down would be my favorite. I kind of like the Crunch Bar looking ones. You know, I don't know what those are called. Cookies and cream, ugh, disgusting. And I don't like the salted caramel ones either. Traditional ones, I'd rather just eat Skittles. But okay, I'm gonna make a decision. I'm gonna say peanut butter. Oh, and if you meant color, green, I guess.
I don't know if you heard Bob. Bob asked me if he could tell you about his favorite M&M right in the middle of the news. For some reason, I don't know why Bob would choose to do such a thing, but here we are, and that was Bob's choice. So, hope you're happy with yourself, Bob.
Beep boop, beep boop.
Good. Also, Neil Druckmann says Naughty Dog has chosen its next game, but does not confirm that The Last of Us Part 3 is happening. That's from George Yang of IGN. And then finally, NASA has partnered with Microsoft to bring space missions to Minecraft, according to Anthony Wood of IGN. If you miss any of the Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News, you can get it on our Instagram after the show.
Hashtag GMSMorningGamingNews.
Today's out today. Wolcen, Lords of Mayhem for PlayStation and Xbox. Our name of the morning goes to Flooded, which is out today for PC. All right, takeaways that were pretty okay. What is something you learned from today's show? Hefty needs to cap a face. Bob is the GOAT. Bob's making a stand, says Copia, and Chat FM says green peanut butter flavor M&M is news. That's right. Green peanut butter flavor M&Ms. Sounds delicious.
Now served at Candy Bar. Green things that aren't lime or green apple, like kale, broccoli, or cilantro.
What a delicious flavor. Pantone, you have a Pantone Hex for peanut butter as a color. Nice.
Now served at Candy Bar, ring pops, but long enough to be a lightsaber.
All right, yeah, takeaways that are pretty okay. Billy Thunderguth, teammate of the match award today. So many great choices. Copia held steady throughout the course of the show. I had pretty good experience today with many of you, so all of you are certainly worthy. Copia did remind us that Copia Jester tested the game level that we were on, so I appreciate you reminding us that that was a level 0 for sure. Groggy or Die opened up things early on in the show. We had Element Downs, who worked really hard to be here today. Jack with the Vector Star Wars game. So many great choices. Billy Thundergun Team of the Match Award today. It's going to be given to the one, the only
Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award.
Drew Mega. Drew Mega is my pick. Drew Mega had great insight earlier in the show. And in case you're wondering what I'm talking about, it's the following. Drew Mega shared the story of the arcade games like Frogger and Spy Hunter, Donkey Kong, 1942, Karate Champ, Street Fighter, and Mortal Kombat having quarters on the controller board while waiting for your turn to play. That certainly was a thing. Also talked about The Last of Us and interested in a new IP. I also mentioned so in Uncharted 4 there is a playable Crash Bandicoot Easter egg early on in the game. Yeah, that's true. I also mentioned Crazy Taxi was super fun. So Bob is the GOAT. Congratulations.
Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award.
Drew Mega, you are one of life's winners today. Fantastic job today. Also, remember yesterday we named the chunky Austin Attack raccoon drinking Pepsi as our winner. That was pretty impressive. So, Sir William Lightning Knife of the Thunder Gun recognition.
The Sir William Lightning Knife III Award.
You know who gets Sir William Lightning Knife III award today for counter contributions to chat? AC/DC, because today was Dumbstruck Day, and that made everyone talk about Thunderstruck, and then we got into every football locker room in high school played Thunderstruck, and then I had to try to make the na 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 sound, and so yeah. All right, it's time for the clip of the day. The clip of the day. Hey, look, it's the clip of the day. Toot toot. Get those emotes each and every month, and we are hopefully going to have one of our animated emotes approved soon. And Sean says there's a whole bunch of other things available in there too, so we'll try to take advantage of those for you as soon as we can. Also be on the lookout, exclamation point bingo. We're going to try to make that a $10 weekly contest. Is probably too dramatic. $10 weekly prize for bingo. So we'll tell you more about that hopefully soon. Last call for bingo suggestions on our bingo page, which is at gamingmorningshow.tv/bingo. All right, 7:50 West Coast, 10:50 out East, 2:50 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Thank you for being along. It is time for sports. Sports brought to you as always by King Gray. Sean, is there a race this weekend?
Yes.
Thank you, Sean. Our in-depth sports coverage is only sports.gaming can provide. Yes, there are sports this weekend. A race, to be specific. Nice work, Sean. Nice work. All right, that is your clip of the day. What are your takeaways that are pretty okay? What is something you learned from today's morning radio show that plays games? And then, as you're watching with us, and I wasn't prepared for Sean to be gone, and that's not Sean's fault. Sean tells me that every time. I always forget. I am going to send you on over to... Just looking. Ooh, those are good choices there. We went there recently. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and send you over to Real Wifeosaurus, who's playing Cult of the Lamb today. So we're going to go say good morning from GMS, if you'd be so kind. A very nice shout out to the Real Wifeosaurus. Well, hello there, new friend. Welcome to my Twitch channel. Just your average gamer here. If you're looking for chill vibes with a pinch of chaos, you've come to the right place. Right now streaming Cult of the Lamb. I'm a Rex in sheep's clothing is the headline. Again, if you'd be so kind as to say good morning from GMS. We will have very short moments of the day, but certainly we'll have moments of the day. So we'll have that for you in just a bit, including another recap of our clip of the day, because, yeah that's in there. What are your takeaways that are pretty okay, chat? I hate clocks, says I am JF Downs. I thought it was the end of the day. I nearly logged off. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that we screwed that up for you, Downs. Also, clocks suck, says Scott Chick, whereas Copia loves clocks. King Gray mentions no vacuum cleaners suck, and I am the Pizza Babe would like us to know I like clocks. So nice work, all of you who are giving us all of the options that exist in the world of time-telling machines. Also, Mel B would like to know Dumbstruck is the act of being surprised at everything you hear. Really? See what I did there? See what I did there? Also, Kopi says, get wrecked, AC/DC. I'm obsessed with time, to be honest. Scott Chick would also like to know leaf blowers blow. You are all great. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you all.
10 dogs live under Scott
Stay
Chick's
tuned
bed.
for our best moments of the day. I am Hefty Goo for Austin, for Sean, and everyone who made it possible. This has been Gaming Morning Show. We'll see you again tomorrow on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, GamingMorningShow.tv. Get those emotes each and every month, and we are hopefully going to have one of our animated emotes approved soon. And Sean says there's a whole bunch of other things available in there too, so we'll try to take advantage of those for you as soon as we can. Also be on the lookout, exclamation point bingo. We're going to try to make that a $10 weekly contest. Is probably too dramatic. $10 weekly prize for bingo. So we'll tell you more about that hopefully soon. Last call for bingo suggestions on our bingo page, which is at GamingMorningShow.tv/bingo. Bingo. All right, 7:50 West Coast, 10:50 out east, 2:50 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Thank you for being along. It is time for sports. Sports brought to you as always by King Gray. Sean, is there a race this weekend?
Yes.
Thank you, Sean. Irrelevant.
Did he walk on the bridge during the bridge of the song?
No, but hopefully he was under the bridge during the bridge. I have never understood bridge, hook, and other.
So you have verse and chorus, right?
Yeah. Well, a chorus is like the repetitive part.
Chorus is the repetitive part. Verse is the changing part. A bridge, oftentimes before the last verse or before the last chorus, depending on the structure, is totally different. So all the verses sound the same, all the choruses obviously sound the same, but then the bridge sounds completely different. So kind of an A, B, A, B, C, A, B structure.
And of course, the hook brings you back.
Nailed it.
Sounds just like, is that Blues Traveler? What brings you back? Let's play Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. Thank you for being here, chat. Good morning. And nice chat to RHS Jack.
To see the record for the most balloons banked in Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth, remember to type the easy-to-remember acronym, exclamation point, DLTPFFTBFITMMREC.
Well, you got to give me the runaround, Sean. Seriously, I mean, if I was wearing one of those cool hats...
You should be wearing one of those cool hats.
I don't remember what kind of hat that is.
It's a cool hat.
And what was that dude's name again?
Mr. Traveler.
Knew that's what you were going to say.